Let's go. Are we live?
We're live.
I think we might be live. What is up there, people?
My ninjas.
Oh, wait. Hold the fuck. Hello? Oh, wow. Hold on. You know what's weird? I started hearing a loop of my own voice for some reason.
Do you got the stream in the background? I bet you do.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's see. How do I fix that shit? Yeah, I got it pulled up on Google Hangouts. But you know what? Yeah, I do have it. I do have it on. There we go. It's done. Whew. Almost had a fucking heart attack. All right, people, let's get ready to fucking do this. Welcome, everyone, to the inaugural Twisted Live Vape Chat interview thingy. All right. And our first guest, guy I've known quite some time, good people. We got Vaping with Thesis in the house, people.
What's good, my ninjas?
There he is. There he is, the main man. And just to let you guys know, I'm going to try to interact with you guys as much as possible in the comments, but this is going to be kind of like a legit interview topic discussion thing. So this is some professional shit, okay? This is some next level shit. All right, so get prepared, everybody. This is going to be good. This is going to be very good. So let me go into my notes. I happen to have a Note 8.
Super professional. Look at this.
And you got to keep notes in this industry. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And everybody, I want Thesis to say a couple of things real quick, just so you can see his dope ass studio. This man, he is a musician. He is a kindred spirit of mine in many ways. And yeah, just take a gander real quick while I pull up these notes.
All right, I'm gonna just huge shout out to the Ninja Militia first and foremost after that is huge shout out to Twisted. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Bro, let me tell you, it's my pleasure. My homie Thesis, and then we got a lot of shit to talk about. My homie Thesis has been in the game for a minute, but much like Birdman, people ain't putting respect on his name.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to get people to put some respect. Oh, hold on one second. This is my bank calling. I got to answer this real quick. Talk to him for a second, Thesis.
All right.
Shit.
All right, I'm gonna just if you are unaware, own and operate Nimpro Studios, but more importantly than that, I'm a YouTuber, vape reviewer. Started way back in the day.
All right, YouTube. I appreciate
this
it.
Is the channel.
Thank
Instagram,
you.
Thesis himself. Twitter, Thesis himself. Snapchat, Thesis himself. All that shit. It's the same at Thesis himself. Except for on YouTube, it is Vaping with Thesis. Everything good? I can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good shit, people. Thank you to everyone tuning in. I see a few donations. Let me catch up real quick. Leah Gagliardo. Thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. And shout out to Logan Raymonda. He says, vaping on the smoke alien with the phobia RDA. I enjoy both of those things. Kudos to you, sir. Thank you for the donation. And now we're going to get right into it, people. We're going to get right into it. What I want to break down and what I want to know about my buddy Thesis here. We want to know his origin. We need to get an introduction to Thesis. Okay, Thesis. We need to let people know who you are, a little background, how you know what to do. Let the people know what you think. I want to know how you got into these vape reviewing and all these things, sir.
Literally, I have no idea, bro. So I started watching you when you were reviewing speakers, when you're doing some funny shit with speakers. And I gravitated towards your videos. And then I went down to Chicago, 2012. I started vaping in 2010, like sporadically. But in 2012, I went down to Chicago for my sister's wedding. My sister's stepdad had a tracheotomy. And when he grabbed a pack of my cigarettes, I used to smoke Cool Hundreds. He's like, oh, this is what I smoked before I went in for a tracheotomy. And I was like, fuck, I need to quit. So after I tried to do some research on whether or not vaping was good or bad or what have you, I watched Grim Green's one of his videos on before any mods had buttons, and I'm trying to remember the exact mod it was. I don't know if it was number 7 or what.
Shout out to the OG Grim Green one time.
Right. And so exactly. And I watched that shit and I was like, damn, like, okay, so if he's reviewing these, I've got a bunch. At the time I had number 7s, I had blues, I had a bunch of different Cardo tanks. And when I got back from Chicago, I was like, I'm done with smoking. I need to figure out a way to kick the habit. And that was it. After that, I was like, okay, so if I've got all these mods and I have friends asking me what the fuck they are, simple enough, just record a video on YouTube and I'll just point my friends to this one video. And then 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into, hundreds. That's a really watered down version of it, but that's exactly how it worked.
I respect that. He gave us the cliff notes right there, people. Right. So damn, you were vaping before I was. I stopped smoking in 2013, if I'm being honest. You were killing the game back before me, man. That's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. So, okay, let me tell you guys my introduction to Thesis. Okay. I just started doing videos, and you guys know I like music, right? I like to interject music into my shit as much as I love music. Okay. All right. So I would do all these montages. They were rough. It was a long time ago. They weren't the best. I'm kind of doing now what I wanted to do then. But anyway, Thesis was watching my videos early on, and he made a video that caught my fucking attention and changed something about my videos moving forward. I would do the screen share shit, but I'm not real familiar with Google Hangouts yet. We're gonna get more comfortable with it. But anyway, he made a video like, hey man, Twisted, you need to start listing what fucking hey wait, they said the video feed is down.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Goes to an icon? Huh. All right. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fuck, I don't know. I saw some people in the comment. I was like, oh shit. Anyway, so he made a video about how he liked the tracks that I was putting in his stuff so he could rap to them, right? But he said like it was just too short. He didn't know who made the track. I never listed the track name. And he was freestyling. He had a dope little freestyle on that video too.
Appreciate it.
And I was like, man, you know what? This dude's right. From there on, anytime I put a song, well, for the most part, anytime I put a song in a video, I listed what track it was so people could find it and go jam it on their own. And that was thanks to this man right here, Mr. Vaping with Thesis.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, dude. I remember that too. I remember making that video, and I told my girl, I'm like, this dude's either gonna fucking hate me or he's gonna dig it. It's one of the two.
Well, you know, it was something I appreciated it more than anything because it was something I wasn't even thinking about. You know, I was just making videos. I was like, yeah, fucking, we'll just throw some shit in there, you know, do whatever.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it was very good on your part, sir.
Appreciate it, man. I remember those intros too. That's where I got the inspiration. That's literally that I pulled that from your old montages in the beginning when you would just film the mod with some music in the background. I was like, I'm gonna start doing that and trying to transition into what I'm doing now with where I narrate over the B-roll and stuff.
Nice.
And so like that 30-second intro with music and then cutting it together. And when you had texted me that, I don't know, a few weeks back when I sent you that video, like, damn, I know how much editing went into that.
Yeah.
And I was glad that someone appreciated that because that people have no idea. It's like between 8 and 14 hours worth of editing a full video. That's just that stuff.
Yeah. It's I saw that's another reason I wanted to bring him on here. The man is making a valiant effort to step up the videos. I saw some of his new stuff and I was like, fuck, this is some good shit right here. I knew, you know, it was good. And I'm going to say another way that me and Thesis are kindred spirits is that we are unapologetically ourselves. You know what I mean? Right. And that could be very polarizing for some people, an instant turn off, like, man, fuck that dude. Yep. Or they could be like, man, you know what? That dude's all right. You know, and I see a lot of people commenting. I've seen a few people commenting about this upcoming live stream. They were like, one reason that I like both of those dudes, they're two of my favorite reviewers, is that they're both unbiased, they keep it real, so forth and so on. And you know, the age-old adage, real recognize real. Every fucking time. Every fucking time.
That's real shit. And it is real recognize real. And there's a bunch of times where, and I'm openly honest about it. So like I don't get sponsorships on a regular basis. for mods. However, I mean, there are times, and I disclose this 100%, like I'll get paid for a review for my time. And there's a big difference. I made the contract. I've even showed my contract on live streams. It's not even a contract. All it is saying that this review, this video is not a guaranteed good review.
Yeah.
You're just paying for my time. I'm unbiased. I'm unfiltered, and I'm loyal to my followers and my viewers, excuse me.
Right.
And my viewers. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. And
see, that's another thing, keeping it real about the money and shit. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, I'm just saying we know for a fact there are people who get paid for good reviews specifically in the game, right? It's not a fucking, a fucking myth or anything, a legend. It happens. But what a lot of people don't realize, like a lot of simple shit, if you keep it real with the companies, like the biggest money maker, I think, for vape reviewers is getting shit bumped up in the queue.
Yep.
Most reviewers, I'd say even from your level, 80,000, 100,000, everybody fucking does it. I don't care who they are. They do it.
Yep.
Your queue is big. A lot of people are sending you shit. People get paid to bump it up. And you can always tell companies, hey, look, just because you're getting bumped up, then I mean your shit's going to be good. A lot of times, what's most hilarious is some of the companies, they get shitty products. Just because you get bumped up and you got a shitty product, it's still going to be bad. That's what people
do. Only thing you're doing is expediting your demise. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's like, you sent me this shit.
Yep.
I'm going to do the video quicker, but it ain't going to be a good video. It's shit.
Exactly.
Shit is shit.
And there's a lot of products that aren't the world's greatest overall products that are my favorite. And there's people who don't like the fact that, like, I love high-end mods. I can't afford high-end mods. So when I do get high-end mods, it's a big deal for me. But I'll talk shit about a high-end mod. I have no problem. Like, one of my favorite mods of all time is the Minikin Kodama Boost by Asmodus. This is not the greatest device. I would never recommend. I do a lot of carpentry and stuff.
I love that fucking mod, by the way. That's the Stabwood one.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But
I never did the video. I still need. I'm sorry, Asmodus.
So, dude, they just hit me up. They're like, bro, where's the Luna video? I'm like, after that whole YouTube thing, I had to take down the video, but I'll do it again, obviously, and I'll do it for nothing because I love the Luna, the Ultra One of this guy. But again, this is another one of those devices. Both of these, they're not everyday mods. I would never take this out of the studio again. I cracked the Stabwood. My everyday mods are these cheap, amazing, like the Geek Vape. I guess I just did just put out a vlog yesterday.
Yeah, bro, I got one right here. Yeah,
bro, I'm telling you, this, I don't know how they could afford to sell the whole kit at $70 for how nice this thing is.
Bro, I beat the shit out of it. And shout out to Joel, aka Vaping with Mr. Just Right. He's in the comment section right now, moderating. He was looking at this the other day. He's like, wait, is this the one you did the fucking torture test on? I was like, yeah. You can hardly see anything really fucked up on it. They did a really good job on this.
I'm hardcore into tools, right? Like I'm a Milwaukee fan, not because I'm a Milwaukee fan, but because I started off with Milwaukee and I already had the batteries and chargers, so I just kept buying more and more and more. I wish I went with DeWalt. They just make a better Sawzall, in my opinion. Excuse me, which is like sacrilege. But I don't use Milwaukee Bluetooth speaker like on a constant basis. But the reason why I bring that up is because the inject mold on all their tools is it's about as good as a tool can get, the inject molding. They did the same concept on the Geek Vape. Is it the Agus or Aegis?
I say Aegis.
Yeah.
Let's go like a Scottish kind of like haggis.
Exactly.
We'll go Aegis.
So yeah, it's the same concept on the Aegis. The only downside is their inject molding. Since they're not a tool company, I'm sure they didn't think of this. But you see that the top two corners peel away, and you can see where the inject mold is. And that right there is the only downside I could possibly think about this device, except for taking it in and out of your pockets because it's rubber. It takes out your pocket liner with it.
Right.
But
it's got
for
grip like a motherfucker,
bro.
Yeah.
This thing, I'm not a fan of mesh. I know I get a lot of hate for that, but that's because my liquid choice, my daily vape is ice menthol. It's not sweet enough in a mesh. There's too much eucalyptus I can taste. In a Fire Luke, I can't taste the eucalyptus. It's just like sweet menthol. But fuck the tank. The mod itself is worth $120, $130. I would happily pay $130 for this device. But it's cheap. It's $70. You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
That's everything.
Yeah, you respect it. And here's a fun fact and update for people. This sub-ohm tank, the Aero tank that comes with this mod, I'm on the same mesh coil I've been using since I started using this device. And I think, fuck, that's like going on like a month now.
Yep. Can I make an addendum to that?
Mesh.
So the Fire Luke, the Mesh Fire Luke, I've been fucking with FreeMax for years, and I was not nice to them or Halo. So shout out to them for never reaching back to me. but since then, I made up for it because I'm like, look, your tanks in the beginning were garbage, but I love a comeback story, and I've been using this same. And my Snapchat followers, Instagram, they know, they get tired of seeing me break these Fire Luke bubble tanks, not the mesh version, the original Fire Luke. I can use one of these coils. The longest I've used it for was 2 months, and then the one before that was the Star Pure by FreeMax. The longest I used one coil in there would have been 3 months had it not been for the fact that I accidentally put blueberry menthol in the tank. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have been more than 3 months.
Bro, that's fucking impressive.
Is that not impressive?
I love that. I love the longevity of these coils because, man, really, with how good they're vaping, the flavor we're getting nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, you can still, I know squonking and dripping and RTAs and all these things are great. I still love my triple RTA, by the way. Shout out. Motherfucking shameless plug in this bitch. But I love how great these sub-ohm tanks are becoming for convenience. And now how long these coils are lasting. That's a double whammy, baby. It's good. It's good for the consumer.
The way I know that they're getting a lot better is because now I have to second guess which liquid I'm going to put in there, because in my head, I'm like, if I put, say, liquid state apple butter right now, doesn't mean I'm going to like it in a week. And I know that these coils are going to last longer than that. So now I'm like, oh, fuck. So what's a liquid that I know that's tried and true that I love that I can have in there for a month?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Speaking of which, look at this brand new. This just came out yesterday.
What you got?
It's that Provari Zombie with a Cardo.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Bro, I could probably go put that same setup together somewhere.
I was going through my batteries to throw some away, and I found these little guys. I was like, what the fuck was this for? This is an original from 2013-ish. 18490 with the Zombie little fucking adapter back there.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. And I just found my Smock coils, or Cardos, like the same time I was looking through the batteries. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna put this bad boy together. See, and I'm gonna do a video on how these compare like MTL status, the mouth to lung capabilities of an old school Cardo tank versus a newer pod system.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's gonna be dope. That's a great video concept. See, that's one thing vaping needs in general. You need more than just reviews. I think at the end of the day, they'll get you by. Don't get me wrong. But you gotta mix it up. Try some different shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And something I want to discuss. Speaking of your channel, how many subscribers do you have right now?
19,800.
Okay, and how long has your channel for vaping been around specifically?
2014, beginning of 2014-ish.
Okay, so 2014. It's not right. Okay, it's not right, and I don't think it's right. I enjoy your videos. I find them entertaining. Tell me something, Thesis. Why do you think that you've been almost what it would seem blackballed by the gosh darn industry?
You know what? Because of my early videos, and I know that I had an idea that was going to happen. And this isn't to blame this person in particular at all, because I think he's doing what I was doing better than I did it. And that's the Vaping Bogan.
Yeah. Vaping Bogan.
Yep. And he gave me a shout out when he first started his channel, and I appreciated it. And at first I was really butthurt. I was like, damn, this dude's doing literally what I do, until like I started really watching his channel. I was like, fuck, he's doing me better than I do me. You know, does that make sense?
Right. I see what you're saying.
He kind of filled that niche. Granted, I still wasn't going to change who I was. You know what I mean? It's just that simple.
Right.
Other than that, honestly, bro, I have no idea. And the truth of the matter is, that's why I decided in late 2017, September, I was like, okay, so come 2018, I'm going to change the format for the channel. And that's what I did. And I was going to do that anyway. So it had nothing to do with anybody's opinion. It was for me. I was like, okay, so I'm at a different place in my life. I'm 28. I've got 2 kids. I don't want them to grow up and be like, okay, so dad's making money looking like an asshole. You know what I mean? So,
I got you.
So I wanted to come off as more professional without losing, I don't know, what makes thesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's something I always wanted to do as well. Like, I've started using different mechanisms and doing different shots and shit. But what you're saying is something that I kind of strive for that I haven't quite found yet.
Yep.
Is making something professional, but funnier than I already make.
Yep.
Probably scripted, but still retain me throughout it. And I haven't got there yet. And especially at my output level, that's something else we were going to discuss. I put out a lot of videos.
Yep.
I put out a shit ton of videos. Some weeks, if I do two videos a day, it's 10 videos. That's a lot of videos.
I don't know how you do it. Like I physically don't even know how you do it. The editing alone. Like I just upgraded the Mac, right?
Yeah.
Just upgraded it, and I almost tripled my graphics. No, not almost. I over tripled my graphics card. And this, granted, some of the computer that I built was built specifically for an audio-based studio, and now I run a video-based, both of them. And the video capabilities of my computer before was decent, but now that I'm doing 60 frames per second, all that stuff adds up in Final Cut, and it takes literally hours of work. And a huge shout out to my Patreons. They're the ones who support that shit. They're the ones who bought my graphics card for the Mac. So huge shout out to them. Thank you guys.
That's dope. That's dope. I respect that. Now, you know what, man? And that's another thing. Thesis said he was going to start setting up a schedule, have certain days like for vlogs, live streams, and everything. And I need to do that at some fucking point. I might be doing that with this show. It'll be every Friday type thing. We're doing Mike Vapes next Friday, and we'll see after that and so forth. But my ideal setup and what I'm gonna migrate to one day is 3 videos a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yep, that seems to be the most.
Right? You know, it makes sense. But I would take so much time and care with each one and plan for them and write jokes for them and fucking really show them some love. Just fuck the shit out of these videos. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I'm not there yet. And part of it is like starting last year, I got a manager, my buddy Alex, and he started fucking taking care of all the reviews, setting all that shit up, doing everything. I stopped fucking with it, but the motherfucker got out of control. He got out of control. He became a monster. So now it's like, bro, I got all these ideas and all these things that I want to do and things, but I got so much shit piled up. Plus I'm doing juice reviews again. You know, those take time, especially fucking changing out cotton, doing each thing, new flavor, letting it break in, the whole nine. It stops me from really, you know what I'm saying, going into that, you know what I mean? But
it allows you to be creative up to a point, and then after that it turns into a bottleneck.
That's it. It almost becomes a fucking assembly line of videos. And it's still me being goofy, being myself, just kind of fucking, I improv everything, every single thing I improv, except for some of the skits and videos and shit and stuff. But you know, it's still me. But at a point I could see from a viewer standpoint how even with my wacky antics, it could get boring after a while. You know what I mean? And that's not on the viewers, the fans, the people. That's on us. We got to reinvent ourselves every so often.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got to fucking start fresh and just keep trying to innovate, pushing your brand. I've done some shit. I'd like to say, I don't mean to pat myself on the back. I've done some shit nobody's done. And I try to continue to do shit that nobody does. Exactly. And it's not to fucking, when people look at other people's videos, they're like, fuck, these are boring in comparison. Everybody has their own lane. Everybody has something that works for them. You know what I mean? But I want to stand out in my own way and do what I love. You know what I mean? And that's one thing when money gets involved. Yep. You know what I mean? That's one thing fucks it up. You fucking.
What's comfort level? Once you become comfortable, you don't want to move from that spot. I mean, that's just human nature. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're talking about tribalism. It doesn't matter if you're talking about money. I mean, I can tell you, I have one of my best friends. I know he quit his job or got real close, and I know for a fact he's not happy what he's doing. But the dude's making a really nice living, and that's awesome. But me and all of our friends that we kind of, you know, rotate in, we understand and we know that this dude isn't internally happy.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
But he's comfortable enough to where he doesn't necessarily want to leave it. And that's something I'm genuinely scared of. Like there's a lot of stuff that I do, and that's why I know you've got a lot of hobbies. I've got a lot of hobbies, and some of my other hobbies I make money on, whether it be DJing, whether it be carpentry and stuff. But I also don't want those to lose my love or my passion for. And vaping, hip hop, DJing, I haven't lost my passion for any of it, but I've also realized, like, even with my earlier videos, it's gotten stale for me. And if it's gotten stale for me, I can't imagine the viewer's viewpoint. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where that change
It's
came
a fucking balancing act, man. You know, it's between productivity and happiness. You know, it's
that's some real shit right there.
It's a thing. But you know, I think everyone, when we get to a certain point, we'll figure it out. We'll all figure it out. And I want to ask, Mr. Just Right had something he wanted to ask about upcoming projects from both of us. Now, you have 19,000 subscribers, but we are seeing people with less than that, or just followers on Instagram, and different people making products. Do you, Mr. Thesis, have any products in the pipeline?
I've got four that are complete, as in terms of like the design. I'm not, and huge shout out to Tenacious Vapes. He's actually talked to me about helping me with my designs and actually turn them into a physical product. So I've had
shout out to Tenacious TX.
Yep. 2 RDAs, 2 RTAs, and 2 RDAs. Yeah, so 4 total, and a couple of mods. The mods I want to set aside. I've got a wood CNC shop here within 10 miles, and the dude's willing to make the prototype for nothing, which is amazing. Huge shout out to you, bro. Real quick, thank you for fucking mentioning me about that Qbert mod, by the way, in that live stream.
Oh yes, speaking of which, shout out to the homie Thesis. He hit me up and said, hey bro, check this out. He made a fucking Qbert mini arcade mod. He cannibalized a raw box and turned it into a mod, and you can play it while vaping. I'm rocking that new Wormhole RDA on here. I fucking love this RDA, by the way. Fucking sleeper of the year, in my opinion. Fucking so great. Let me have it.
Is it that good?
Yeah, you can play this motherfucker while fucking. That's sick. So shout out to Thesis. I think I will be giving this away though.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this away, and I'll make the rules something like you got to be subscribed to Thesis.
Oh, dude, I appreciate the shit out of that, man. Thank you.
Something like that. That's how we'll do that. We'll do that shit.
Real quick, the concept of these RDAs, I don't want to give too much away.
Tell us a little bit, but don't give us any spoilers about your new RDAs.
Bro, so I'm blown away that no one's ever come even remotely close with this design, because I designed these back in 2014, right? 2015. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to give it 6 months and someone's already be coming out with this before I even have a chance to get the thing in a CAD software. And it turns out nobody that I've showed was like, I don't know why no one's ever thought of this before. Now, I might be just hyping it all to myself just because I'm thinking that it's amazing because I made it. But it's just the RDA can look however it wants. It doesn't, none of that shit matters. It's the internals that matter with airflow. And airflow to me is the most important aspect of any device. Any RTA, RDA, sub-ohm tank, doesn't matter. It's how the air hits the coil, and then it's the amount of surface area that's touching the cotton. And one of the biggest issues I think that still exists, at least for me, even in some tanks, is leaking. And then the biggest thing with RDAs is over dripping. And I feel like I've solved a large portion of that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You got some dope shit, huh? I'm looking forward.
I appreciate it, bro.
To seeing them, man. I'm very, very much so looking forward to seeing those.
You showed to Joel for asking that question. Thank you, man.
Hey, no. That's fucking thank Joel. He was the one who brought it up.
Oh, that's what I said. Man. Show it to Joel. Listen, Just Right. That's my boy. We're Mac 10 brothers.
Joel's we like pretend cousins. I got some shit coming up, y'all. Got some shit coming up. This dripper is gonna be pretty legit. Possible mod being worked on, but for sure, triple V2. It's almost ready. Packaging is done. It's gonna be pretty legit. Artwork, all that shit. All the shit. It's gonna be fucking dope as fuck. That's coming up. But this dripper design is gonna be pretty legit. I think pretty fucking legit. I don't want to say too much, but I think a lot of vapors are gonna like it.
Do you have a working prototype?
I do have prototypes, but I don't want to show them just yet.
Right.
They're work in progresses. But I will say this: my main RDA I'm working on, it's going to be very, very, very easy to build.
I like that. Let me ask you a question real quick, bro, pertaining to that specifically. So check this out. I've always been, and this might just be me, but I used to be a box hoarder. Like I fucking save the boxes to my products. How important do you think the package is to any product, whether it be vaping or not? A, B, do you think, especially in the vape industry, do you think that the packaging has started to become more and more skewed towards knowing that people are going to be taking pictures of it on Instagram, reviewing it on YouTube, and so on and so forth?
Very juicy, interesting question, sir. Here's my thing. I do think that packaging, there is an extent of that with the graphics and the way things are moving, to where people are trying to step it up to where people snap pictures of them, for sure. But in regards to import, I hoard all my boxes too.
Yeah.
You can. It's really bad. Joel helped me put a lot of stuff in the attic. Actually, I'm kind of ashamed. It's like hoarders,
bro.
Almost.
Seriously, I love the packages.
I keep everything. Well, my thing is with like tech products and other things. I think, hey, what if I sell it one day, or what if I need to send it in with warranty or something?
Exactly. I am the warranty, so I don't ever send shit back. I've fixed up myself, but. My first thought is when I get a product and it's so fucked up is, okay, I got this dope ass shit. I'm gonna put the box away in case I sell it. It's
right.
But I just like looking at the boxes.
Here's the thing
in a storage room.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that. And I got a couple of feelings about it. I love attractive packaging. People eat with their eyes.
Yep.
I love to see something that's just like, oh fuck. I like shit that makes you want to display it. Hot Toys. They make a lot of 1/6 scale figures for movies and TV shows and stuff. The presentation of their boxes are so nice. You want to display the boxes.
Exactly.
Right? But here's my one big gripe. Here's my one fucking golden rule when it comes to packaging. Something cheaper, more affordable, that's in line with a lot of other things, RDAs, RTAs, some mods and certain things under $100, but different things. I don't really require it to be beautiful, but if it is, it's a bonus. Exactly. But here's something you better bet your sweet ass. If I spend some good money, I'm talking good money. Damn it, that fucking presentation better be off the fucking rails. I'm not gonna put out $150 dripper or $300-something mod, and that packaging is fucking anything other than spectacular.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And certain packages, they fucking sometimes will sell you on it.
Yep.
They will sell you on the device or whatever you're buying. It can happen. It makes a fucking difference.
Exactly. It can be the differentiating factor that makes you want to pull the trigger on anything. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a mod or something, anything else.
Right.
A good example, man. There was one of my least favorite, but one of my prettiest mods, this VTM 100 something or other. The box made me spend $100 and some bucks on the device. The box is made of wood. The interior is like hand carved fucking velvet, and it sits in there. The mod sits in there, and it's all opal and it's like, what is that? That shell, like a conch shell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget the name. Iridescent. It's all iridescent.
Yeah.
And then the exterior of the box matches the iridescent shell that's on the inside. It's nuts. Not the greatest mod, but opening it up, it felt so special. Like it just felt like like a X factor that you can't put your finger on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I want to reference again. I do appreciate once again Dot Mod sending me that fucking $1,900 mod.
Holy shit!
But I should have it here. I usually say I was gonna keep it here to stun on the haters, but but that was a very disappointing experience with packaging. That thing should have came in a wooden box, and then inside the wooden box there should have been a bronze box that had engravings all over it and limericks and paisleys. And you had to unlock that fucking box with a diamond, a Swarovski crystal key, very delicately to get the mod out.
Yep.
If I'm paying $2,000, damn it, I want it.
Did you buy that?
No, fuck no. They sent that to me just as a gift, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, no, fuck, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that.
T-Vapes just texted me. She corrected me. Not a conch shell. It's abalone. That's what it was.
I never can think of that shit.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
From a fish in the ocean.
Yep. Some weird
crustacean.
Crustacean. Sure. Bro, what's the most amount of money you've ever spent on a mod of your personal money that wasn't sent to you?
Ooh. This is with the asking the important questions. Most I've ever spent. Fuck.
That's a good amount right there.
No, man, I think it's been a while. I'm gonna say like $200, but I don't remember what it was.
That's it, really?
Huh?
I expect you to have some like $700 24 karat gold looking some sexy shit.
Bro, here's the thing. It's all comes down to preference.
Yep.
You know, they say there's no such thing as procrastination. There's just certain things that you want to make time for and don't, so forth and so on.
Yep.
With vaping, I love getting in badass shit. I love admiring badass shit, stab wood, gold inlaid, fucking pearl, beauty. I love all that shit. But as far as what I would spend my money on, right, a lot of other people would say, man, you're fucking stupid. Right. A lot of these statues in here, a lot of TVs, anything nice, cars, it applies to anything in life. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And me personally, I can't see myself spending a whole bunch of money on a vape mod, because here's the thing. There's a scale of quality. I understand you can appreciate something, look at it, love to touch on it, right? But there's a scale of quality to functionality, right? So point blank, for instance, you buy a fucking 1987 Corolla. That bitch is, if it runs and is in decent shape, it's gonna get you back and forth to where you need to go, right?
Yep. And
they still accomplish the same thing. And the big difference, and what I would justify if somebody say, why do you like Audis and Mercedes and all that? I was like, it's the experience. That's what I would say, right? That's how I justify it. And somebody who loves high-end mods, that's what they would say. It's the experience. But they both do the same thing. So if you take my philosophy about cars and flip it around to vaping, I'm the guy with the 87 Corolla. I admire the other cars. Yep. You know what I mean? But this works for me.
Exactly.
And I think that's what it is with my hobby. And plus, I've been doing it so fucking long and tested so many fucking mods. I don't know anymore. I'm starting to go fucking crazy. If I see another fucking pod system, man, I don't know.
I've got a stack. I've got a legitimate stack of pod systems that I probably won't get to. Like, I'm sick of doing this shit myself. I love pod systems. Don't get me wrong. The Smolent S8, the MyPod, the Zooer, those are some of my favorites. But that's it. Now that I got my favorites, I'm like, okay, calm down with sending out, and then they'll send 6 at a time. I'm gonna give away a shit ton of stuff on the Patreon page. But in terms of that whole function, form over function or function over form, I could not agree with you more. However, there are some mods out there that when you hold them, just like you were talking about with a vehicle, I'm the same way with the car. I understand. Like one of my homeboys makes fun of me because I want my old 87 Chevy back. I restored that truck. It took me 7 years to restore that truck. And I restored it from the frame off restoration from 13 years old to 20 is when I sold it. Paint job, rims, lift kit, tires, 38-inch swappers. I went from a shitty ass jacked up lift to a Skyjacker 12-inch lift.
Nice.
Everything in that truck was fucking done by me with my hands. And when I got in that truck and you felt the rumble of the exhaust, your balls would tingle. It got 7, if you're lucky, 8 miles to the gallon. It was the most unpractical fucking truck. I couldn't drive it in Minneapolis. It was not street legal there. All this stuff. And now I've got a 300C Hemi, supercharged, beautiful of a vehicle that I don't like because it's not the same experience of what I like. And I would rather spend $10 or $15 or $20,000 on my old shitty truck than say a S class or and I love Audi. Fucking the R8s are insane, but I'd rather spend my money on a $20,000 truck over $100,000 supercar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that's
just
that's what it's preference.
yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, like, I can throw the dirt bikes in the back of the truck. I can do shit with that. And I want a Lamborghini. That's my dream cars. I want a Murcielago specifically. It's the first time I fell in love with a supercar was the Countach and the Diablo. Of course, right? As a kid, they were sitting in my bedroom as a child was the same blue as the studio is now, and I had two giant a Countach and a Lambo and a Diablo hanging on the wall. I was like, one fucking day I'm gonna get that shit. I don't still like the Diablo or the Countach because it's in the millions of dollars.
Right.
But that is the dream. Again, no practicality to those vehicles, not even the truck.
Right.
But in terms of mods, there's two, and I'll tell you guys right now, I've got some shitty $70 mods that have outlasted all of my high-end mods. My Tug Life DNA 250 and my Proto Vapor Silo DNA 250. I paid like $200 for the Tug Life, and I think I paid $289 for the Proto Vapor. Both of those were dead in under a year.
Damn.
Yeah. I've got mods like my E-Leaf for the E-Leaf 100 watt. I couldn't even tell you the name of it. 100 watt that's still running.
That's yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, this old ass shit is just a black box. My home my home wrecker, I can't kill it. And I've tried. I can't.
That home wrecker's unkillable. Joe still uses his on a daily basis. That bitch won't die.
I just used it last week and I'm like, why? I mean, if somebody bought this mod, why would they there's no reason to purchase another one except for if you wanted a tiny ass, a pocket friendly device.
Right.
Look at this. This Provari is still kicking.
Yeah, that's quality. That stands the test of time. Yeah, that's real quick. I want to say, everybody, if you're watching this, go subscribe to Vaping with Thesis. It should be in the description.
Thank you.
Vaping with Thesis. Go subscribe. And speaking of which, there's a few vaping withs out there since my original inception. Explain your Vaping with Thesis name, Mr. Thesis.
So I own a bunch of different YouTube accounts. One of them is the Vape Advisor, and then when I made my first video, I'm like, "This isn't advising anybody of shit." I should
yeah, I'm just a fucking madman with the camera.
Exactly. So it could have been. I could have made videos on anything, and I chose vaping, and then all of a sudden I was just like, "This is not professional. I should not sound professional." So, Thesis himself has been my name for a long time, my stage name. So before that, it was our group was TNT. We had a hip hop group, TNT, Thesis and Theory, and it's because I tend to have a pretty solid opinion on a lot of shit, not just like a pull your opinion out of your ass type opinion, but like I just like you, bro. Like I delve into one thing for like a week straight. So
obsessive
compulsively, yeah. So then what I would do is I would write shit down, and literally just for myself, even for it was school or not, I would write shit down almost like an essay form of why I think this is wrong or why I think parts of the Constitution should be changed. And then from that, my mom was like, what did she say way back then in my teenage years? Something about Thesis, and Josh was the theory, because he would just talk shit. He wouldn't necessarily write it down. So that's where Thesis came from. So, but when I saw your shit was Vaping with Twisted, I was like, bro, there's no one else with that name vaping with anything. Like, fuck it, I'll be it was just me and Twisted, Vaping with Twisted, Vaping with Thesis, and then all of a sudden, influx of everybody else is vaping with something.
There's been that's cool though. That is a cool origin story, and that is very dope. Because yeah, you were the second ever vaping with. There's several vaping with now. Shout out to Vaping with Mr. Just Right. He did it as a homage to me. We had been buddies talking about vapes for years before he started doing his own videos and getting in the game. So I respect that as well. But yeah, I've seen so many vaping withs.
Yep.
Bunch of them over time, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like it, man. Honestly, always fucking forget, like doing all this shit, fucking having all these subscribers and doing a reality show and all that shit. I forget all that shit happens most of the time. Like I forget that part of life. Like when people want to, like I go out with the wife out of town and shit, and people want to stop and get pictures and different shit. And I'm just like, why? Bro, you know what I mean? It's fucking, and I want to get you to that point. Damn it, we need people to stop Thesis and want to take some pictures and get autographs, and we need to get them on a reality show, maybe fucking Big Brother.
That probably be fun as fuck, dude. So check this shit out. I was in as a surprise, me and my fiance surprised my mom last year. Take my mom down to my sister's house, or to her sister's house, my aunt's house in Denver.
Yeah.
We're just outside of Denver. We're sitting at a B-Dubs at a Buffalo Wild Wings in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't even tell you the town. And someone walks up and was like, "Hey, you vaping with thesis?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Look, can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you can get a picture." It was one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I was like, I've only got at the time, I think I had 17,000 or 18,000 subscribers. Like, how the fuck, out of all places on the planet, this just happened? It hurt my heart in the best way.
Tell you, that is awesome. And every time it happens, it's a humbling experience.
Super humbling.
Going out of state, especially, Joel got to experience that for the first time this past weekend, going to Atlanta for the vape thing.
Damn.
And all these people knew him, were coming up. It's like it fucks you up. I remember when the first time I did it and went out of state or went to a vape convention in general. I'd been to I take it back. When I was doing stereos, I go out of state to stereo competitions. Mm-hmm. And everybody want me to come sit in their car or take pictures or sign shit. So I was kind of somewhat used to it, but us bass heads, I'm still a bass head at heart, damn it. I still got a little system in my Mercedes. But it was like not as big of a deal. It was kind of like more lower scale, I felt in my mind or something. But when I got into vaping and I went to my first vape convention, it fucked me up. I wasn't ready. I think my wife went with me the first time too, and I couldn't walk a few feet without people wanting to stop and sign shit or take pictures. And I was like, me? They're like, I can understand fucking, The Rock comes through here. But no, it's fucking, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You never get, I'm sure like celebrities get used to it, but a YouTube F-list celebrity, for me, I never get used to it. It's still really cool.
You're higher than F-list, man. There's some people that I see on TV. I'm like, why are you on television?
Yeah, it happens like that, man. It happens like that. A lot of people who get pulled to TV, some of their channels, like they get pulled from YouTube, some stuff they saw. Their channels aren't huge. It all depends on their performance, and that's what it's all about. Me and some buddies from high school are now doing a new thing. We got a new channel called Sketching Ain't Easy. We're going to be doing a bunch of sketches, a bunch of comedy sketches, and we did one the other day about the Infinity Gauntlet if normal people had it. And it was fun. It was silly, but I know we can do better. And here's the thing. Things go viral for a reason.
Right.
Things happen for a reason. People see it and they're like, I need to share this with someone. I need to tag someone and show them this. There's something that happens. And I know that we haven't created that yet. And I know I necessarily haven't created that yet on YouTube, but it's like the fucking white dragon, something we all try to chase.
Yep.
And damn it, I want Thesis to grab that fucking dragon by the tail and pull him down. Go
ride that bitch into the sunset
right now, people.
Ride that bitch into the sunset. Hell yeah.
Ride that motherfucker into the sun. Indeed. But now, okay, I got another question. Joel, I had Joel help me out on questions to ask on these things moving forward. He's a smart motherfucker.
Shout out to
he's pretty handy, so we keep him around. What do you think about the state of vaping?
The state of vaping in general?
Yes, now.
I've got a written essay on the shit. So
you got a written essay? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like that's the type of stuff that I do. Like, I know it sounds super nerdy and boring, but that's the type of shit I like to do for fun. So you can break it down into so many different legs of vaping. You've got some hardcore advocates out there, which is amazing. You've got some people who don't give a fuck about it, which pisses me off. You've got everything from just Instagram vapors who are because I've noticed some vloggers that had nothing to do with vaping start to utilize vaping almost to get a bigger fan base and a more loyal fan base. And that's something I noticed about vaping in the beginning, was how interconnected and how loyal the vape industry is in general. But the state of vaping right now is starting to make me nervous, because it seems like people are becoming complacent and more comfortable with it without regarding the FDA, without regarding the amount of stuff behind the scenes that goes on just to keep vaping around. This whole FDA flavor ban is a scary situation. I don't think people are taking it quite as seriously as they need to be.
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those people.
Yeah. I mean, people don't realize, not only is vaping a lifesaver just as a product, but you're also talking about hundreds of thousands of people around the globe and in the United States alone that this is their business. So you have people like me who went from, you know, early 20s to now I'm approaching 30, and this has been a part of my career.
Wait, hold on, time out real quick. I want you to keep going. But how old are you again?
I just turned 29.
No, you young son of a bitch. I had no idea. Okay, all right, keep going. Sorry, I had no idea.
No worries. So this has literally been a part of my career for going on a fucking decade or close to it, the better half of a decade, and that's going to affect if all of these things happen, especially if they run concurrent to each other. Bam, you have one hit, then you have another hit with taxes, another hit with taxes in a different state. Eventually, you're going to lose what is one of the biggest and most close-knit communities I've ever seen. That goes for hip-hop, that goes for music, that goes for so many things. And don't get me wrong, there's some fucking assholes in vaping.
Oh yeah,
just like there is anywhere else. And I experienced that shit just a few weeks back. I was like, damn, son, someone tried to, that's a long story, but it's a lot less cutthroat than any other industry that I've been a part of, especially with music. Music is, if you can fucking get ahead by stepping on somebody else's face or stepping on somebody else's head,
that's the move. Yeah,
they're gonna do it. That's exactly how it is. I've never been like that. I don't want to be like that. I want to work with you. I don't want to work against you. I've always believed in there's more power in numbers, just like that Jurassic 5 album. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? I want to say something I saw that you had posted on Instagram that touched me, and I was like, "Fucking right on." You had posted about everybody, all these fucking Instagram or just social media only fucking vape warriors that just share some shit, think they saved the day, they're superheroes. You posted a picture of you in a meeting.
Yeah, at a city council.
At a city council about vaping. When I was like, man, that's real shit. He's like, instead of just being a fucking superhero, oh, look what I did. Fucking I saved the day. Going out there and actually doing something, being active, helping people, telling people things. That is one of the strongest forms of advocacy, other than you sharing some shit that the same people who are subscribed to you subscribe to these motherfuckers and already seen and know to share.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that, somebody had called me out about that, and I don't get butthurt. Like, I mean, trust me, especially on my older videos. Like, if somebody says, "Oh, this dude's a fucking asshole," this, that, the other, I'm like, yeah, a little bit, and I can understand where they're coming from. When someone calls me out on my advocacy because I didn't share a specific post on Instagram, I get it, and I'm good. And like I said in that post, I'm going to do more on social media for advocacy. But me personally, like, I'm connected with IVRM, like CASA, all that stuff. Locally in Minnesota and in Wisconsin, I've been to a shit ton of capitals meetings, city meetings, different municipalities, all these different places to ensure that we can still test liquids inside of shops, to make sure and ensure that there's no more tax hikes. Because I do think that vaping should have a tax, but not 95%. And I go to these meetings trying to explain to these whether it be congressmen, anything like that, this is not a tobacco product, especially if you can derive nicotine in virtually any living vegetation, like eggplant, tomatoes. Bro, nicotine is
gonna outlaw tomatoes.
Exactly. What are you gonna do? And this is, in reality, no one ever brings this up, but a mod is as simple as this. It's a positive and a negative connection with a regulation system. That's all it is. And you could put a light bulb on it instead of a tank, a 510 threaded light bulb, and it would work. So you could classify this as a flashlight. That's
it. That's one thing I said back way when the FDA first started poking their nose. I was like, bro, you start selling that bitch with a 510 light bulb adapter or flashlight adapter. Fuck, you're just selling a flashlight that runs on standard flashlight batteries. There's ways, there's always ways to step around shit and everything.
Exactly.
But I want to touch on the whole, as far as this flavor ban thing. Here's the thing, my stance on, everybody knows my stance, I think, at this point, but I'll reiterate slightly about it. I already said that I stand by my shit, damn it, how I feel. Nobody can change that. That's why I'm into so much weird shit. You know what I mean? I stick with how I feel. I don't give a fuck who gives a fuck. Like, I'm too old to care about that shit anymore. But even though I don't believe in the FDA, the fucking crooked assholes themselves that work with Big Pharma hand in hand, give a fuck about our comments.
Yep.
still said, hey, go do it. It's better than doing nothing. And I did it myself. I still said, go do it. I did it myself. I bit the bullet because doing something is better than doing nothing. That still doesn't mean I can't voice my opinion about it. And people who agree with me can feel the same way. You know what I mean? That's the fucking, freedom of speech is, I know I don't want to fucking start sounding like Kanye and shit, fucking philosophizing, fucking.
Right. That's
Don't
true,
want to fucking get into that. But still, fuck it. I'm not gonna change how I feel and how and fuck. Oh, we shared this shit on Instagram. Oh,
yep. And if you really, the FDA, the issue is money talks, and
money motherfucking talks.
Exactly. The FDA is backed by big pharma, not just big pharma, but you've got money that's from the American Heart and Lung Association. Locally, they're one of the killers of vape advocacy here in Minnesota. American Heart and Lung Association. Yeah, and that's something that I used to donate to, like, for example, going through the drive-thru at Wendy's, and then there's a little American Heart Association thing right there. You drop 10 cents in, whatever. But that money goes more towards fighting against vaping and fighting for higher regulations on vaping, not just vaping, but other things too. Most of that money goes for advertising. It doesn't necessarily go for research. I think it's less than 3%. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was the last quote that I've seen. 3%.
Let me say, I love that you got actual statistics, and I just go fucking throwing my opinion around. But I'm gonna do it again right now. Half charities, fucking advocacy groups, I'm gonna say more than half of them are fucking bullshit, and they're taking your money and they're fucking off with it.
Yep, that's the truth. And I'll give you an example. This is another quote that I can't remember the exact foundation, but their excuse for paying their head honcho, and I don't know if they'd be classified as a CEO or what they would be. It's a nonprofit, and her base salary was $380,000 a year.
Damn.
And I was reading through this whole process, and I was looking at how the hiring situation happened, and their excuse was when they were asked specifically, why as a nonprofit are you paying someone close to $400,000 a year? And they said, well, we need to have an attractive salary base for someone that's good at running a corporation. And when she said the word corporation, this is in a video interview. I don't remember who was doing the interview. They're like, I thought this was a nonprofit. Like, oh, it is. She stumbled over her words. It is a nonprofit, but they corporatize and they funnel the money in such a way that they're not necessarily, the company's not profiting, but the employees, the top employees, not the little guys that are volunteering, the top employees are making a profit. They're making a salary, which is fine. I get it. But then be a lot more transparent about that when someone's going through the drive-thru at fucking Wendy's and you're dropping 10 cents in thinking you're helping kids. In reality, you're helping someone buy a fucking brand new Bentley.
You fucking right. You fucking right. That's right. That's transparent. Speaking of which, thank you, Thesis. I want to touch on something real quick that you mentioned. Transparency is fucking key.
Yep.
In anything. Just be open about it. Then if you don't, it's like Eminem and 8 Mile, just put it all out there and you don't have nothing to worry about,
Exactly. Ain't nobody perfect. I don't expect anybody to be perfect ever. I mean, everyone's got fucking flaws. Everyone's got a past. Everyone does, shit that they regret. But at the same time, man, if you're gonna continuously do something just like that CEO I'm talking about, and then pretend like you're putting on a facade like you're trying to help people, man, that's bullshit. Twisted on the phone. Okay, smother truckers. Now peep game, son. Right now I'm vaping on the Geek Vape, the Agus. This is definitely, so I just dropped a vlog yesterday on this shit. It is phenomenal. It is fucking phenomenal. The second part of that review will be released, I'm hoping tomorrow. Every Saturday I'm live at 9 p.m. Central. I might be having a schedule for the videos. I'm gonna try to do vlog Wednesday, but then there's always a video that drops on Saturday. And I'm start trying to do Friday. So Wednesday, Friday, Saturday video releases and live on Saturday with my boy Josh. Huge shout out to him. Also on the Patreon page, patreon.com/thesis himself. That's where I purchased the devices like this, where they do not send to me. I purchased it with that money. That way it's unsponsored, and that way you guys know that it's unbiased. All my shit's unbiased as it is anyway. That's besides the point. And then the Instagram page is at Thesis himself, as well as Twitter.
Man, go follow that man. Go
Appreciate
show
it,
some love for Thesis.
I fucking love your shirts, bro. Oh shit! Speaking of shirts, I just got Cali Stitches fucking hooked it up super fat. My boy Derek to Mike, their YouTube channel is, I think it's Two Guys Build a Biz, and they have almost no 100 subscribers, something like that. And his video quality is fucking insane. He's the one that hooked me up with Cali Stitches, who then in turn helped me design my shirts that you can only get on the Patreon page. And so the cloud is blank on purpose. So when you join the Patreon page, $20, I fucking sign that shit. I put whatever you want in there, but it's signed Thesis himself. I'm an ex-graffiti artist. I'm not even ex. I'm still a graph artist at heart, but I'm an old ass man. I can't be fucking jumping bridges and shit. So I take that shit. I fucking do a little throw up in there, actual artwork that goes in that cloud every time a t-shirt gets sent out.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I like that, man. And I want to give a shout out to you and everybody else, including Joel, who are doing nice Patreons. My Patreon, I got lazy, and I also let Alex take care of that now. He's not, the best, but it's just, you fucking donate and you get some vape shit depending on which tier you donate to or whatever. It's real simple, rudimentary shit. But I'm about to sign up. Me and Joel and this guy named Trent at this local vape shop talked about it the other day. I'm going to create a Discord, and I'm going to do the new YouTube sponsorship. Fuck me. Sponsorship shit. And I'm going to offer people invites into my Discord, and we can like talk about shit. It's mainly going to be life discussions with Twisted is going to be the title of it. But I'm going to actually try to be active and provide people who donate on YouTube something. So my Discord is coming, and possibly a Twitch. I'm trying to expand and branch out, damn it. I know we all are. I just wanted to mention that real quick.
The one thing real quick, if you hit me up on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Thesis himself. I got a VapingWithThesis page. I think I'm just gonna delete that. I'll tell you, I'll be totally honest with you guys. I fucking hate Facebook. Like it's dramatic, it's bullshit. Facebook is too much shit. Instagram is where it's at, Twitter is where it's at. YouTube is dope, but I'm scared the way that it's going with this whole Juul situation.
Yeah, man, YouTube's fucking turned. I don't want to say. Yeah, no, fuck it. YouTube are being Nazis right now.
Yeah, it's
being crazy.
It's scary, bro. Like I'm
sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean that.
Look, I love YouTube. It's a perfect outlet for videos. The problem is, man, it's becoming a hindrance on freedom of speech. And I get it. There's a lot of dumb shit on YouTube, but that shouldn't stop anybody from doing what they want and being, even if they have 100,000 subscribers, and that means someone's fucking listening to them. You know what I mean? You shouldn't ban their stuff.
Got you. I respect that. I got one quick question for you, Thesis. This is a question that Joel, he's fucking influenced a lot of these interviews here. He wants me to ask everybody this moving forward. But if you could fist fight, and it could be for charity or something, an actual real one or something. If you could fist fight any other vape reviewer, who would it be and why?
Vaping Bogan, because that dude's fucking hilarious. And I would love to know. I want him to commentate me, and I don't know who that would be. Who would you see fight? And then Vaping Bogan has a commentary. You and Vaping Bogan.
Me and Vaping Bogan commentating. It's the Vaping with Thesis. I'm gonna put you up against this because it would be hilarious, and I just found out about him recently. Ambitious Vapor.
Oh shit!
Vaping with Thesis versus Ambitious Vapor, Peter, aka Peter Griffin,
duking it out.
Fucking duking it out with me and Vaping Bogan doing the commentary. Who would pay good money to see that? And instead of saying we're gonna give the money to some random charity or advocacy, we're gonna put all the money specifically towards fucking some state representatives and some fucking lobbyists.
Damn, that's some G shit right there. That's genius. We should do that in real life. I'm gonna be at the vape convention I'm hoping if I can have enough money saved up in August. I think it's the California one. Is it Ontario?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm hoping so. I want to be there super bad. My homeboy, he shout out to Ray. Man, I want to shout out all my Patreons, but my boy Ray is gonna actually let me stay with him.
Oh, that's Vegas. Love. That's love.
Vegas, and I want to go see. So I'm a hardcore Ghost Adventures fan, bro. Like fucking hardcore. And I want to go to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum type shit. I want to fucking go to. I like Pawn Stars. I want to see Pawn Stars.
Yeah,
I want to do all the touristy stuff, bro.
Fuck
so
yeah,
bad.
man. We got to go back to Vegas. I fucked up the last Vegas trip because I got
I've never been to Vegas.
card in Cali, and I bought way too much edibles. And then I tried to drive from LA straight to Vegas, and I did. I made it there. It was bad. It's the whole thing. I owe it to her another Vegas trip. We were supposed to go for our 10th anniversary last month, but we just ended up chilling. You know what I'm saying? But Vegas, what I remember from it was pretty legit.
Dude, I've never been to Vegas. I've been to I feel like every state west of the Mississippi. But now that I started thinking about that statement, man, I haven't been to Vegas. I haven't been to Washington. I haven't been to Montana. So like there's some states out there I want to go to, but fucking we try to go to a vacation every year. We just hit up Dominican. I just did a review of the Vupu drag in the Dominican, and that shit was one of the worst experiences. The fucking security jacked my Vupu. Yeah, they strip stole that shit, and it's because I had 4 miles with me, right? And he's like, pick one, and I'm like, no, like I thought he was gonna say pick one that I can take with me. And so I grabbed it and I found out that he was saying like pick one for him to fucking keep. So I threw him the Defender.
Oh shit, the fucking crooked ass dude at the airport.
Dude, so I fucking threw him the Defender, right? I'm like, all right, shit, whatever. Like it's just I knew I wasn't going to use that mod forever, but I liked the drag. And of course, he picked the drag because it was all gold. And in his mind, that shit was worth the most. Little did he know, right? But little did he know it was the cheapest mod I had with me. So I'm like, fuck it. So I threw it to him, and after that, I went and grabbed I snatched the batteries out of that shit, and he said no. He fucking tried to take those bitches back. I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed. My girl's like, no, don't even do it because you know you're gonna get locked in the Dominican jail.
Bro, they fucking end up killing you down there, and nothing ever happened about it.
Exactly. Every time we go to Mexico, especially like even if it's to visit family and shit, I've never had a problem. Not once have ever had a problem in Mexico at any airports there. Nothing. The Dominican, first time going. Boom, never again. I'm not gonna bring 5 miles with me. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Josh Harper. I see him in the comment section, aka Vaping graphic designer. If you need any logos, fucking t-shirt print, computer video he does a lot of shit. Shout out to Vaping graphic designer. That's my homie right there. He does some good
phenomenal
stuff. He's good people. Okay, hold on one second. I got a couple of more notes. Okay, now this is a section we're going to do every interview, people, moving forward. I love a lot of shit, pop culture. I love a lot of music. I love a lot of everything. One little thing we're going to discuss, we need to get a top 3 movies and top 3 musical artists from you, Mr. Thesis.
Fuck.
Yes, on the spot.
So if I could watch only 3 movies forever, it's going to be Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, good pick. Great movie.
Zoolander.
Oh, nice.
And the first 3/4 of Anchorman 1.
Okay.
And I've got amazing ones like Sandlot that I could watch forever.
It for you, huh?
I just don't like love stories. I fucking hate. Why do you got to put a love? And granted, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is all about him trying to get with his wife, but there's no like mushy love parts. You know what I mean?
Right.
An Anchorman she plays a big role in it. My girl hates it. I can't do love movies. I can't do anything like that.
I respect it. Those are 3 very good picks and 3 movies that I enjoy very much so. Now let me know about some music. It can be multiple genres. Just 3 top musical influence, just people you love.
Apathy is hands down my number 1.
Apathy.
Yeah, from the Demigods. Apathy. That's who. So this Pioneer poster in the back. That was I've been waiting years for that Pioneer poster to be signed by Apathy and Self-Titled, and I finally got that shit done on my birthday. We went fucking we had VIP tickets. Me and my brother. Huge shout out to my brother and my girl, and my brother's girl, my sister-in-law. They fucking upgraded the shit to VIP. We got to kick it with them for an hour. But Apathy, and then I would say Wax, and his twin brother Herbal T. He's way more than just a YouTube rapper, but he got big on YouTube from I don't remember what, but from a freestyle. This is one of the greatest freestyles on the planet. So Wax, and then I would say, oh, this is a hard one, bro. Mad Child is one of them. Yeah, Mad Child. So Wax, so Apathy, Wax, and Mad Child. Those three. All three rappers.
Nice. And those, I noticed all 3 picks are more so underground artists.
Yes. I like some mainstream stuff, but I'm a hardcore underground hip hop head.
Nice. See, I fucked with some folks that are quote unquote somewhat underground, but for the most part, I don't know. It depends on what you consider mainstream. I like a lot of shit. I like too much shit.
Yep,
too much shit.
Me too.
I do everything except country, and I still like fucking like 3 or 4 country songs, if I'm being honest. But I play guitar. I know you fucking play piano and you produce, and you got a fucking legit studio. Music. It's all about motherfucking music.
What about you, bro? Top 3.
Top 3 musical artists?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a damn excellent question. It's a damn excellent question. Any genre, top three. Man.
The way I see it is, what's your default? Because those 3 artists I gave you are my default.
If I could just put on anything and just like be jamming?
In any mood, doesn't matter what your mood, just throw on top 3.
Okay, bam. UGK. Okay, RIP Pimp C.
Yeah.
System of a Down.
Oh, fuck yeah. Shout
out to the homie Surge. I fuck with System real heavy. I'm trying to get real outside the box. And Sublime.
Oh, Sublime's a good one. I didn't even fucking think
I could put on any UGK, Sublime, fucking System of a Down at any time, and I'm good.
Yep. That's a decent fucking list, bro.
Thank you, sir. That's just a little something. Just a little something.
Yeah.
Did you just random real quick? Did you see Infinity War?
I have not. I want to see Deadpool 2 so fucking bad.
Deadpool 2 is day 1. Those great time to be a comic. Let me tell you. I know like I said, we share a lot of common interests, hobbies, and so forth. Me being a comic book fan as a kid, and we had a lot of cartoons. We had a great cartoon run back in the day.
Yep.
But now, bro, it's like a kid at a fucking candy store. People are like, oh, it's too much.
Yep.
We're getting Avengers fatigue. Fuck that. You keep making it.
I don't understand that.
Stuff that I've always wanted to see made. I fucking love it. And man, bro, Infinity War.
Is it amazing?
So fucking good. There's no other movie that from start to finish, at no point are you bored. The pacing is bad. It's just a fucking
fuck. I need to see that shit then.
So good, bro. So good, bro. I believe like the hype. I was kind of disappointed about the hype with Black Panther.
Right.
I saw Infinity War first though, so that might have hurt it. But for me, Black Panther, I know it was a big cultural movement and it made a lot of money, and I get all the symbolism and everything behind it. But it wasn't my favorite film. I was bored at times. The pacing was a little bad, and CGI was sketch at times.
I think that movie was made a little bit too. I think it was a little bit too soon. Like I think they should have taken a little bit more time with it. The CGI specifically.
Yeah, I liked a lot of aspects of it, Wakanda and everything. Yep. But the biggest disappointment, I think, was the final boss battle.
Really?
The boss battle at the end is like fucking. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but it's just like,
I get it. It was anticlimactic. How's it anticlimactic? There you go.
Yes, very much so.
Deadpool's probably my fucking favorite though. After watching the first one, I was like, bro, me and this dude need to have lunch together and go bowling and become best friends.
Straight up, bro.
Ryan Reynolds is probably one of the best cast, in my opinion. Could not cast. Yes,
play that role just like Hugh Jackman was born to play Wolverine. Basically,
fucking. What the fuck? I just had a brain fart. What was the name of the movie? The last one.
Which one?
The last one with
X-Men.
Yeah.
Age of Apocalypse,
bro. That shit, I think was phenomenal.
Let me tell you,
as a film in general,
I loved it. I just didn't like the look of Apocalypse.
I agree.
That's the only thing. Otherwise, that scene with Quicksilver, anytime Quicksilver's involved, it's fucking a visual feast. And it was great. Any X-Men you give me, I'm taking it. That's my favorite. Wolverine, I'll fucking give Hugh Jackman a blowjob. Nah, I probably wouldn't.
Damn, son, that's some love. That is some fucking.
No, I
love.
don't think I don't think I'd suck old Hugh off, but I really do appreciate what he's played that character for so long, man.
Bro, because he could have said no so many times after he's got so much, he's got more money than anybody on planet Earth.
What's even more impressive? Logan, I fucking love. That's my favorite Wolverine movie because you actually got to see Wolverine do Wolverine shit. You got to see blood and fucking carnage.
That movie is the best one, in my opinion, simply because you can watch that movie as a standalone.
Yes. Yeah, you don't need anything else.
You can watch just that movie, and you could fall in love with it. The one thing I wish, and I've said this before, again, I've gotten hate about it. I've never actually watched Star Wars because I'm scared. Yeah, and I'm scared to watch it because there's so much hype in my head. Star Wars
gonna be bad.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of old movies just because I don't like the way they look. Yeah, I can't do it.
I can go. Bro, see, I knew there was something I liked about you. I've never watched, I've seen bits and pieces.
Yep, me too.
I've never watched an entire Star Wars movie at all. And to an extent, like I can do like Scarface and Godfather 1 and 2 and Raging Bull and a few others, Taxi Driver. I can do some older shit. But for me, special effects and everything, just the whole acting, I can't go back that far, and I don't want to do it. And I would love to be a Star Wars fan. You can get anything, merch, statues, shoes, anything. They make it. Star Wars, it exists. It just never appealed to me, really.
It doesn't. And to me, I'll give you one that did. That didn't appeal, that blew my mind for the most part with the story arc, and that's Lost in Space.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one on Netflix.
I haven't watched it yet.
So I'm not a sci-fi fan. Which is weird because I do like some sci-fi shit, but I'm not like in terms of space in general. I love space. I love UFO type stuff, paranormal stuff, but sci-fi in terms of like spaceships and stuff is just not my thing. Lost in Space, despite some of its shitty ass acting and some of its really unrealistic dialogue, no one swears. Bitch, if I fucking land in a planet that I've never been on, I'm swearing and crying and trying to get blowjobs. That's all I would be thinking about. This movie is kind of unrealistic in that aspect, but the overall story is fucking amazing. The special effects are pretty insane, and it works for me. It actually works for me.
Right.
Which is the closest I can ever get to Star Wars. Star Wars just seems, man, like I said, it's in my head, it's built up to this thing that I don't think it could ever live up to.
Right. It's
or just the opposite, where I become obsessed, and that scares me too.
See, what's crazy? I'm not really big into Star Trek. I used to watch it sometimes in its many different forms, sometimes on TV, just random. But the new Star Trek movies, since they rebooted them, love all of them.
Are they good?
I love all of them. I think they're great.
I gotta check them out.
I like most shit, like superhero stuff, of course, comic stuff, but like action, horror, drama, mystery. I can do pretty much all of it. Even the wife has even gotten me into musicals.
Oh, can't do it. I can't do it.
Recent, yeah.
How do you? I can't do it. There's something.
I haven't really been to one yet. We're going to my first one next month.
Going to one is different. Yeah, I mean,
we're going to the Lion King. That's what I'm talking about. We don't just sit here and watch. I can't even name one either. Something.
Is Les Mis a musical? Fuck, I'm gonna sound super.
Oh, you sound fuck nerd.
Only reason why
I know what Les Mis is too.
I listen to talk radio, and they talked. I remember when it was out, and it was a thing. They talk about it on a constant basis. I went to watch some clips on YouTube. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do, bro. And I want to. Like as a musician, I want to. I know how difficult it is to be a live performer, and can't do it. Live plays though, like fucking plays, are amazing to me. I don't know how somebody, because acting on stage is so much different than acting on a camera, in front of a camera. I'm comfortable in front of a camera. I have hardcore anxiety when it comes to being on stage, and that's coming from someone who's a musician.
Yeah,
I can't imagine having to kill the notes twice a day. The early show, the late show, twice a day, and not fucking up.
Yeah, it's a lot to expect from someone. Yeah,
seriously. So the fact that there's people out there doing it, whoo, mad respect. I don't like what you're doing, but I know that the shit's hard, and I know it's amazing. It's respect.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. We got a guy who spent $4 to do a troll. Alaska. He said, please help. I vaped a custom mix with pen ink. And then his second one was, why won't anyone call 911? I'm breathing blue air. You know, I don't care for it. It's pretty low quality bait, but you spent $4, so I had to acknowledge you.
Right. Bro, give me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna fill up my jug with water. Is that cool?
Okay. Let me get to some comments while he's filling up his jug. Dave Satek, shout out to Dave Satek. He said, "Vaping with Mr. Just Right is my superhero." Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, you know what? We could arrange maybe a get together for you guys. We could all hang out. And Joel aims to please. I can tell you that. He's very passionate lover. See what I'm saying? But let me read some more stuff. Damn, I missed a lot of comments sitting here doing this stuff. Hey guys, it's just me again. You guys bored yet? Fuck me, right? You guys liking the thing so far though? I think it's pretty cool. Interview. I got some more questions to ask. I think it's gonna be good. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but yeah, fucking thank you guys for tuning in. Whoever's left at this point. Glad this saves to YouTube. Yeah, Man on Fire was good. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Denzel, I honestly liked him in Equalizer even more. I thought he was how calculated he was with his watch. Oh, Denzel. Just a great actor. One of the great actors of our time. Oh shit. There we go. There goes some people. Yeah, I don't understand why the camera and things are cutting in and out for certain people. Unfortunately, I'm doing this through Google Hangouts. That's the only way I know to invite people onto the stream. If I could just do it through XSplit Broadcaster, that would be a lot better. I don't know how to fucking connect people to that though. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh shit. Sorry. But just right. You stop that. I'm talking about your experiences with me and Joel. Specifically.
Mine personally?
No, Joel. He has yeah, he's
with men.
Yeah, he has a thing. He likes to play both sides of the field, I guess you could say.
Fuck it. It's 2018.
Yeah, I mean, more power to him. I'm happy that Joel is gender fluid.
What the fuck? Really? Bro, I got yelled at for being a cisgendered bro.
What?
On a regular basis, someone will hit like not the same person, but like you're fucking bro, cisgendered, fucking right wing. And I'm left wing and almost all my politics except for guns, and that's really about it. But I don't know. Stop making prejudgments, man. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, man. I hate prejudgments because you never know what you got until you get to see it and stuff. And I hate generalizations. People lumping people in like, oh, this dude does it. All of them do it. You know,
generalizations
that's what we got.
You can make. There's certain ones you can make, but because it's an idea, you can say most. For example, most right-wing people are against abortion, or most left. But there's some that are just fucking stupid, man. Stupid ones. Like the fucking bro shit pisses me off.
What bro shit?
Yeah, well, when someone... Because now bro is a fucking insult? Calling somebody a bro?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck, I'm insulting people on the regular.
No, not calling them bro like, hey, what's up, bro? But like saying, oh, you're a fucking bro. You're like a douchebag bro.
Oh.
Yeah, like
yeah. That sounds stupid. And all of the stuff people are throwing at each other. I've been seeing snowflake this and stuff. Like if you disagree with somebody, they automatically assume your butt hurt.
Right.
But see, I learned a while back, I used to be a hot-headed young individual, but I think this comes with age and maybe a little wisdom and less caring. But I used to argue with motherfuckers on the internet all the time. And I'd go at them. And I'd get in depth. I'd research them to have ammo. And like go real in depth. But you know what? The best thing to do, just ignore some of these motherfuckers, man. That's the only way you can progress.
That's it. Seriously, and I've never done shit like research somebody, but I used to sit and like have political. That's why I can't fuck with Facebook. I used to have sit in political arguments, and I love facts. Like I love pulling up facts and figures and proving someone wrong. The issue is when someone's shown facts and figures, and they're like, nah, you just made it up. I'm like, no, here's the source. Like, well, the source made it up. They're biased. I'm like, it came from the same website you got your bullshit from.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
fucking fake news and all this shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You want to know how I survived Facebook? Here's one thing that's kept me alive on the internet in general, and that is memes. I've become a bit of a meme lord in my age. I store and harvest a lot of them. And my thing is, I used to post a lot of political shit, but I'm not a Democrat or a conservative. I got views on different shit, you know, based on the information that I have about things. That's how I approach them. And I don't think that fucking stupid ass, ooh, I got to pledge allegiance to this side and suck any candidate's dick that says something just because my mom followed this guy. That shit, I hate all that shit.
Me too.
I hate all that. So what I would get people butthurt anytime I posted anything political that was partially liberal. I get people butthurt anytime I post anything that was partly conservative. Right. So here's what I did. I started not posting anything and only posting memes that nobody could argue with. Like a political meme, like if it's like just some funny shit, you just be like, fuck. Even if you support no matter who, you'd be like, I just got to keep scrolling. That shit's on point, you know? That and anybody else I see sharing stupid shit that I just don't want to see, I just get rid of it.
Exactly.
You start doing that because I like Facebook. I like the layout of it. I like the app and everything. I don't like Twitter. I got a Twitter account, but I never use it because I don't like the layout. I don't really like the layout of Reddit, but I kind of use it sometimes. But Instagram and Facebook, I like them. And that's why I use them so much. But yes, Facebook can become bullshit because on Instagram, you don't have people posting all their bullshit for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Instagram to me is where it's Instagram. I like Twitter just because it's short blurbs. I like that they extended it a little bit. You know, they doubled the characters. I like that type of stuff. The problem with Facebook for me is just it's too, and this is just a personal thing. It's too negative, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like I feel like it's being catered, not just too negative, but this, what is it called? Not a subtweet. Man, when someone's fishing, they're just fishing for someone to compliment them or fishing for someone to just start something. I'm like, just wait. Like when someone's like, oh, all liberals think this or all, it's just what you were talking about. And they're just waiting for someone to start an argument. I'm like, fuck. And it's so hard for me to not call someone on their bullshit.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. So yeah, I'm gonna start fucking unfollowing people.
It's hard. That's why like, somebody posted something I'm gonna touch on in a second. That's why I love, like, sometimes, like, if you were really good at something, you miss doing it. For me, I used to do a lot of fighting over stupid shit a lot, but like some things that mattered. But I liked it, and sometimes I miss it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And talking shit, that's another thing. Sometimes I miss it, and that's why I'm waiting on one of these reviewers to fuck up and mention my name in the wrong light so I can iDubbbz one of these motherfuckers.
Right.
but that's the old troll inside me wanting to bust out and fucking go crazy. The problem with it, if I say anything, I'm giving them some shine. It's hard. It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. Straight up. You could not put it in a better way. Bro, do you game?
Oh, bro, yes, I game a lot.
So
a lot. I'm a hardcore gamer. I've been gaming since birth. And coming up, I played a little bit of everything. I was kind of spoiled, I'm not gonna lie. So I had like every console that came out. I had it. All the magazines, EGM, Nintendo Power. I had all of them. But yeah, I game still. I do it all. PC, VR, console. I do everything.
So check this out. So a couple of questions then. My brother's a hardcore gamer. He's a hardcore PC gamer, especially like MMORPGs and stuff. He's got a YouTube channel, shout out to MCR3. I think it's Zados on YouTube. But what he's doing is fucking dope. I just wish he would put commentary on the background of it instead of just playing the video game. The thing is, though, is for me, I'm an old school gamer that I don't like playing online. I want to play couch co-op with my fiance. I like shoot 'em ups and I like dirt bike games and skateboarding games. That's it. Like I want to fucking shoot zombies.
Yeah.
And that's it. What the fuck happened to couch co-op? Am I the only one that still wants it?
No, you're not.
Like couch co-op, like Call of Duty, like zombies. Like that is the most quintessential perfect game to drink a beer.
Yeah. It's the way of the world. I know several people who share your pain. But yeah, it's just the way of the world now, man. It's so convenient for everybody to hop online from hundreds of miles away, and yeah, nobody does it anymore. And the games don't cater to it either.
No,
you know,
and that, except for like the older Call of Duties and shit. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I understand gaming online. It's fun. I get it. But to me, that's almost like an event where, like, with the couch co-op, I can hit the fucking Xbox. My girl and I can sit down, we can kill some zombies for a half hour and then turn it off and not worry about shit. I wish that there was more games catered towards couch co-op like that old school feel. But the big question, where do you think gaming is going? Because I'm not a gamer, but I'll take a shit and I play games for a solid 25 minutes. Fucking whether it be Crossy Road, Smashy Road, fucking Angry Birds from back in the day. I fucking love mobile gaming.
That's really, I mean, consoles, really, okay, there's a few different areas. Okay, VR is still kind of stagnant. I love it. I adopted it heavily, but mobile VR is becoming more prominent, better. Mobile gaming has become a lot more prominent and better.
Yep.
Come a long way. Honestly, and this is the thing, the PC that I edit on, I got most computer. Okay, if you're in a computer, I got a 1080 Ti. I got 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Fucking, I think it's still like a 6700K i7. Anyway, I could play pretty much any game 4K, 60 frames per second, pretty stable and everything. And I do play some PC games mainly because I can torrent the majority of them. Keeping it real. But the most enjoyment I realized, now that I had all this, I wanted to build up to this, and I still enjoy it for using VR and stuff. But at my heart, I'm still a console gamer, and I enjoy sitting on my couch playing. Got all my friends on there. It's a lot. Steam is pretty organized. It's all pretty easy. But here's the thing: I feel like PC gaming is on the decline.
Yep.
Console and mobile shall rule the day in moving forward in the future.
That's so funny you said that. I was just talking to someone who's a hardcore gamer too. He collects Nintendo shit, but he's like, he thinks by 2020 consoles will be obsolete.
Consoles?
Yeah, he said it's a really sad situation because with mobile gaming has sucked up so much of the creativity that it's stealing industry leading game designers.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can see that.
PlayStation, from Xbox.
Here's the thing. As long as companies keep making system sellers, and when I say system sellers, the new God of War as of recent is a prime example. Gears of War, Halo, God of War, Uncharted, there's a list. As long as those AAA titles keep getting made, no. And everything's swinging, even the multiplayer, the best multiplayer experiences, people are getting them on console. Here's the thing. I try to be as non-biased. I used to be I took sides as a kid. I was Sega versus Sony. And I was Xbox versus PlayStation. Then I was PlayStation versus Xbox. I went back and forth. But as I got older, I realized it's best just to like get both. Both of them have something to offer. Both have great exclusives. So doing that, I was able to become a little bit more unbiased about my opinion.
Yeah.
And now that I've done the PC gaming thing, and I got a PC that can play anything and do anything, and I got a good monitor and all these things, I can unbiasedly say the value, and I know there's going to be skeptics. They're going to say, oh, 4K checkerboard and this and that. The value to performance ratio, again, the investment you would need to get 4K HDR, checkerboard or not, native or not, the whole setup would cost you 6 times what it would cost to go spend $400 on a console that you can hook up to your 4K HDR TV, which that tech isn't even readily available at an affordable price when it comes to monitors.
Yep, exactly.
You could do that, play with your friends, and most of your friends are on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live for the majority. There's a niche amount of Steam people, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are twitching through the consoles and all this. All I'm saying is, for the money that you spend and the convenience and the titles available across both systems and doing it both ways, economically and to an extent visually, consoles are making more sense.
I think you're right, because for me being an outsider, we have Xbox 360, Xbox One, and 2 Nintendo Switches and shit.
Yeah.
The sad part about the Nintendo Switches, bro, is like my kid, when we bought them for my boys, they loved them. But the availability of content wasn't there in terms of how fast it is on their iPads. They want a fucking game, they download it, boom, it's done. And on a Switch, you got to physically use the cartridges and shit. And it's so dope the way that if they can figure out a way how to implement just downloading games on a handheld console, and then you put it right there back up into the docking station, and it turns into a console. That to me is where it needs to go.
That's very convenient.
Convenience.
Yes.
On top of convenient, the fucking game selection is not that great for the Switch.
Yeah, that's always been the big problem with Nintendo. Great hardware, too much third-party stuff, not enough original good content. They got a few system sellers though. Zelda.
Yep.
Fucking Mario.
Dude, that's why my girl and I were like, fuck, we can play Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's it. The nostalgia is what keeps Nintendo going.
Yep. Which kind of sucks that it's not a long-term plan. Because eventually
you know what I want?
Huh.
And I know it's not all about the graphics. Nintendo has shown that with the Switch and multiple of their great games. But damn it, for my money, I want the most visually appealing experience. And I would like for Nintendo, for once, since like the Nintendo 64, to be on par graphically, horsepower, performance-wise, as the other big dog consoles. If I could get Mario in 4K HDR at 60 frames per second,
and then have Mario look like fucking John Leguizamo and what's his nuts from the movie,
bro,
that'd be so dope. That'd be so dope.
Fuck.
I wonder how much money they would have to spend to do that, or how much money they have to lose to do that.
It costs some good money, but they got it. They got it fucking selling those classic little systems. Those things sell out like a motherfucker.
Fuck, dude, it took us almost 2 months to find a Switch.
Yeah.
To find 2 Switches. Fucking, and we ended up paying $20 more each because we had to get him off some dude on Craigslist, of course, because he bought like 50 of them. You know what I'm saying? Then sold them for more on Craigslist.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
that's ridiculous.
For road trips though, oh bro, it's so worth it. Not even for the kids, but for me to play.
Yeah, you got a legit console in your hand.
In your hand, yeah, and then you could take the little sides off, and it turns into a controller. It's so fucking raw. It's so
legit.
raw.
It's fucking legit. Real quick, I want to reinstate. Subscribe to the homie Vaping with Thesis. We still got a little while to go, but before we got out of here, we're going to do a Q&A. I want you people to ask Thesis himself some specific questions, and we'll get to all that coming up. But yeah, I just want to interject. Check out the homie Vaping with Thesis. Go check out his channel. People.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the shit out of that.
Really check his stuff out. He's got good quality shit nowadays. And I seen somebody else earlier saying something. I'll catch everything, you sons of bitches. They were like, hey, Twisted, how have you watched Thesis videos if you don't watch other people's videos? Well, it's still true. I don't watch other people's videos, but Thesis hit me up. He's like, hey, check out some new shit I'm doing, new format. And I checked it out. Then I watched a couple more of his videos. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. But that is one of my golden rules. And I don't blame other reviewers if they use the same rule. Yep. I usually, based on principle, don't watch other videos. Not because I don't enjoy what I'm seeing. I'm sure a lot of stuff's entertaining. A lot is great. I just don't want that influence. Like a lot of comedians don't watch other comedians stand-up bits. Yep. They don't want to subconsciously fucking end up biting any other bit.
Yep.
And that's why I don't watch a lot of other stuff. I remember Lil Wayne said he doesn't listen to anybody's rap but his own, but I think that was more arrogant. Or maybe it had something to do with something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, bro. Lil Wayne has gone downhill so much, but I've got original 12-inch LPs from his early days, early 2000s.
Bro, Wayne used to be my favorite in the game. Carter 2?
Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you compared his shit that he's dropping now comparative to that, it's a different person. It's a different fucking person.
Like, there were some jams and shit on Carter 3, but like from Carter 2 to when I heard a Millie drop,
right?
Then like Lollipop came up later on. I was like,
it's the same shit it's repackaged. You got to remember, he lost the struggle that he had, but that's just like any other rapper. It's like any other comedian. Okay, so in the music industry, the same similar kind of goes for it. So as a producer, it's different than as if you're a composer, as if you're an artist, as if you're a writer. So like I purposely, when I'm writing music, when I'm writing lyrics for myself or for somebody else, I purposely will not listen to other shit. I want to, if they're hiring me to write them a track, they're hiring me. They're not hiring me to be influenced by someone else to write them a track.
Right.
But as a composer or as a producer, excuse me, or as an audio engineer, I will listen to other tracks, but it's not that I'm listening to the tracks, even if I don't like the tracks, I will fucking love what the audio engineer or what the producer did to this song on a technical level. I'll give you a good example. So Adele, when Rick Rubin produced that first fucking album, that flagship album, in my opinion, is one of the greatest produced albums on the planet. Another good example. It. Oh, you and me both. And I cannot stand her newer stuff.
Me neither.
But on a technical term, on a technical basis, it's some of the most beautiful sounding music without me liking the tracks, if that makes sense.
You're talking about 21. The album was 21.
Yeah.
And there was some great songs. It was greatly produced.
Amazing.
My favorite thing is 19, her first album. That had Chasing Pavement and so many, Melt My Heart to Stone.
I'm trying to remember what's the one with
Bro, she was killing it then.
What album was it? What's the Rolling in the Deep? What was that album?
That was 21.
Yeah.
Rolling in the Deep was 21.
So that was, and that's why I consider that her flagship album. That's like one of her breakouts. That album, the way it sounded musically is I can't even reiterate to you or iterate to you the fucking feeling I got. I could put that album on and just listen to it, period. And that's so rare for me.
It's good. It's
another one that's like that, and now I just lost it. Fuck. But yeah, listening to music like that or watching other YouTube reviewers, I stopped years ago for the same reason. Sometimes the shit gets overwhelming too. Like if I'm sitting there recording mod reviews all day, I don't want to think about vaping. I want to go and work on the dirt bike.
I'm the same way. Like I've been doing it so long, and it gets to a point like fuck. I don't even want to I'm constantly vaping. Sure, I'm a fucking addict, but I don't like. Sometimes it's your life. Like I don't want I don't want to see it.
And I've gotten arguments with other artists about this too. With music, when I'm recording my own music, or if I'm recording somebody else, I don't want to listen to hip hop. I just don't. I want to listen to fucking bluegrass. I want to listen to country. I want because one of my favorite country artists, Wheeler Walker Jr., fucking amazing. When I first fucking heard of him on not Rogan's, I think it was on the Burt Kreischer. But fucking, I got hardcore into Wheeler Walker. After like a week, I didn't want to listen to country. You know what I mean? It just gets sick of shit. Not even in a permanent way, but just fuck, man.
Yeah, no,
especially with audio, with music, because it's something that I have. My girl doesn't know why I listen to podcasts constantly.
Yeah.
And it's years of producing music. I love music, but there's something that generates in my brain. It feels like it's connecting neurons I didn't know existed. I'll be listening to shit in the background and bam, I've got an idea for a video. You know what I mean? Where creativity comes in general.
Nice. I like.
What are you vaping on right now, bro? What liquid are you vaping?
Fuck. I got Tear Drip Revenge of the Geeks in this fucking Aegis setup. Oh fuck! I had Paramel and two things. I'm dripping Paramel by Tear Drip as well as have it in a tank. I got forget this flavor. I got my Distortion in here, and I got Strapalicious and something else. A lot of my shit's pretty niche. I'm gonna do some videos about my favorite juices pretty soon. I just want to say real quick. I know we want to get back to vaping, but Vapor Swaggins donated $2, and he said, "My dudes, how about that Childish Gambino new?"
Oh shit, dude, that shit was fucking phenomenal.
I've watched that fucking video about 12 times.
If it was a VHS tape, it would be unplayable.
It'd be broke.
It'd be broke, dude.
Man, it was so good. It was so good.
The video alone was visually amazing, but
you could tell it was a situation where they wrote the song and video idea together. You know what I mean? Like
that's so crazy you say that. Man, I remember back in 2010, and I remember talking to Steve, not to drop names, but the producer Steve Hodge, and he's produced Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson shit. A lot of crazy artists. I was talking to him, and this is years ago, we both agreed, you know what? Eventually here, the medium of music and video are eventually going to merge.
Yes.
And the music is going to be written in such a way that it's actually it's almost like the pre-production for a music video.
Yeah.
And before Beyonce, before Kanye, before all these cats that started dropping these 45-minute fucking music videos, before that shit ever happened, way back then, we were talking about like making 10-minute music videos and how insane it's going to be because
they had the budget of movies.
Exactly. The
we need to get back to that. We're getting back to it.
Is I think we're losing it because of shit like Audible podcasts. Because I have my headphones on in my ears constantly, right. And whether it be music or not, sure. With what?
I said you and a lot of people. I'm sure. I know many people do the podcast.
Exactly, and that I'm a podcast addict. So I've got either Joe Rogan or Bert Kreischer, fucking Joey Diaz, Small Town Murder, fucking Crime and Sports, all these different podcasts. And now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, when's the last time I've actually listened to an album all the way through? And it's literally been years, bro.
Fucking bro. I don't usually do it too often either because some of these people are making the track list way too long, trying to reach for those stream numbers. But recently, the most recent that I listened all the way through is that new J. Cole album, KOD.
Yep.
I liked a lot of what he did there.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to the flagship tracks.
Yeah. But
it's raw.
Some good shit. It was some good shit. Damn it. I want to go back. Fuck. Oh, the Gambino, about Gambino, by the way. Yeah, I noticed something new every time I watch that damn video.
Yep.
The song, here's the thing too. The visual really helped sell it because it popped up on my Google Play Music and I played it while I was in the car. The song's not my favorite song per se. You know what I mean? And I get how it's constructed and how it's put together. It's not my favorite song. You kind of almost need the video for it. You know what I mean?
But I get it.
The dude still can make great music. Like Redbone, fuck, he dropped Redbone, bro. If that would have been a cassette tape, Redbone, I would have broke that motherfucker several times. I've been putting a pencil in the middle of that bitch, winding it back. Redbone was amazing. But yeah, Gambino, I aspire to be like him, bro, because he's a fucking quintuple talent. Writer, producer, director, actor, rapper, singer, actor. Like, how do you do all that in one human body?
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you come out with 2 videos a day.
Oh, me? Bro, man, let me tell you.
Well, hold on real quick, just to reiterate about Childish quick. So I'm actually on the opposite end. I'm a technician. I'm a lyricist. I'm a lyric technician. So when I write my shit, and this isn't me trying to toot my own horn, my poetic style, whether it be alliteration, simile, metaphor, all of those technical aspects, that is what I fucking jizz in a cup over that shit.
Yeah.
And any of my music, any of my tracks, soundcloud.com/thesis himself, any of my tracks, I would put up lyric wise with some of the best writers on the planet, not to toot my own horn, but because I'm a technician. So for me,
fuck that, toot that motherfucker.
Appreciate it, bro. So the video aspect is way less important than the lyricism. I'll give you a perfect example. Just off the top of my head, Childish Gambino, Bonfire. That track lyrically is mesmerizing from someone coming from my aspect. When he said it's fucked up, what he say? It's like saying nigga with a hard R.
Yeah. I remember that part. Yeah.
God, bro, like I'm getting goosebumps right the fuck now. I was like, whoo. It was insane. Yeah, but Bonfire is one of those tracks.
Crazy. I enjoyed Gambino's rapping too. That's what I'm saying. That kind of talent is rare.
And that's if you look at the artists I named: Wax, Apathy, Mad Child. The lyricism alone through Wax, if you look at any of his freestyles, but a track on top of my head, Coins by Wax, is probably one of the most lyrically dense tracks. But his freestyles are like 4 minutes long. Oh my God. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
I want to look into some of these people that you're talking about because I like guilty pleasures like Future and Travis Scott and different people. You know, I like to just fucking go numb sometimes. But I love lyrical content. So if there's some other lyricists out there that I haven't heard, I'm down to hear it.
Wax is probably the best lyricist of my generation in terms of underground, and that's not to shit on anybody because there's a shit ton of them, but he's the one that I gravitate towards most in terms of lyrical substance, because the same way I write my music, I'll write one stanza with 4 lines in it, 2 bars, and there's every time you hear it, there's a different metaphor, different simile you're going to pick up. Because eventually I'm going to reference the last stanza. I'm going to reference, and that's not even something I haven't. I've got a few tracks that are unreleased that I've been working on. It's hard to do, like juggle all different types of shit, but they will be released. I don't want to even say shortly. It might even take until August, but when they drop, they're fucking dope. I mean, I'm not going to say they're the world's greatest, but they're dope.
Nice. Hell yeah, I'll be looking forward to checking that shit out, yo. I'm always down. I love music, and fuck you, Joel. Talking about I don't listen to music. Joel is full of shit. He knows better. He knows I'm a classic man. I'm a classic man. And speaking of which, I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. Jadena, his song Bambi that dropped last year did not get enough attention. That was a fucking amazing song. He mixed doo-wop with trap. And you ever heard of Jadena?
Yeah, I know the track specifically you're talking about.
That was an underrated, that was a slept-on track, yo.
There's a shit ton of artists like that, and I'm trying to think. A good example would be how G-Eazy reminds me of Lil Wayne, where he went downhill. In my humble opinion, he went more mainstream. Same with Tech Nine.
Yeah.
But if you listen to G-Eazy's early shit, he was doing a lot of boom bap style hip hop without it being boom bap. He'd fucking sample some 50s stuff, and he was nowhere near the first person to do that. That's been hip hop since day one. But he did it in such a way that it was his own style. The first G-Eazy tracks. Same with Mac Miller. Like I had Nikes on My Feet again. To me, that's almost that's like a YouTube classic right there. Mac Miller was super talented, is super talented, and could be, if he goes back to those roots, he could continue to do that shit. Mixing trap though with that doo-wop,
bro, that blew my mind. And the video was pretty dope too. But like, yeah, it was nice. I was fucking blown away by that. Oh, real quick thesis. Somebody said they don't know if you can see chat, but he said, bro, how about Wax's freestyle 2010 until infinity?
So that's the freestyle. That's the one I was trying to think of. I couldn't remember. Thank you. I appreciate. I can't see the chat, by the way. If I open up the chat, the YouTube chat, I'm scared that my iPad's gonna blow up. Put it that way, for internet usage. So that freestyle is what got Wax put on the map. And then the one the bananas freestyle is even better. But the one where he's in the car, oh my god, like I strive to be that fucking good. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
See, so there you go. I helped you out, bro. You wanted to know about the thing, and I helped you out with the thing. You know what I mean? Real quick, we want to throw some big talk in here, and we're gonna get back. I love music. Thesis love music. A lot of the viewers love music and games and all the things, cars and so forth that we're talking about. So it's all good. But I would just like to know, Thesis, in regards to vaping, innovation, things of the like. Where do you see vaping going? What do you see as vaping future, assuming it's left the fuck alone eventually?
Right. So to me, there's a couple of different concepts, a couple of different ways you can put this down. Again, I wrote this shit down months ago. One of them, the reason why I'm doing a comparison video, I don't know what the fuck. Oh, comparison video between an old school Cardinal tank and the Provari compared to say like the Smoant S8 or the MyPod.
Right.
Comparison focusing more on the performance, because in reality, what's happening happens in every industry. It's cyclical. You see companies like the Chrysler 300 saved Chrysler because it looked Art Deco and it gave an homage to the past.
And it was a little urban too. It had an urban feel too.
Maybe that's why my dick got hard when I looked at it. I was like, God, I need that in my life. And it looked, sort of like the Phantom, but it's a classically designed. The new 300s, I think, are like a grotesque excuse for what the 300 looked like back.
It's like a big bar of soap now. Yeah, it doesn't have those Rolls Royce Bentley-esque angles.
The old ones, yeah, the 06 and up, all the way to the SRT8s. But the same thing that happened with that is what I think is happening in the vape industry, where there's a homage. It's bringing out the positive aspects of these old ass Cardo tanks and bringing them to the forefront of the new era of vaping, like the MyPods, where it's MTL. The difference is this is obviously way too big to be a pocket-friendly device compared to the MyPod or S8, but it's the same similar situation going on. So they're hearkening back to what was amazing about vaping to begin with, before clouds and shit, blowing 14-foot clouds and doing jellyfish. The MTL side. So I think the future of vaping is going to be companies are going to be forced to have to come up with performance to meet the price, because mods are still relatively expensive for someone who's still smoking cigarettes. I see a pack of smokes for $8, $10, $12, or they see a mod after everything's said and done with batteries and juice for $100. You need to find a common ground between price and overall performance to get people started. I think that's where we're going to start seeing shit happen, and a bigger influx in people beginning to vape. Another thing that I think shit's going to start happening more and more is, I think, with this whole high-end situation that's been going on, you're seeing less and less clones out there, which is a positive aspect. In fact, I think there's a couple of clone companies who only did clones, are now coming out with their original shit.
No, big time. Yeah, people used to give me shit because I used to do clone versus authentic videos and so forth back in the day.
I'm going to be doing one here with the Drip Tech, the Defiant Designs Squonk. I've got a clone,
cool.
a real deal.
That'll be interesting. I didn't even know they had a clone of that.
Fuck, I didn't either until I saw the shit for like $15. I'm like, all right, let's give it a shot.
Bro, it's crazy. It's like, I don't still like, my stance is still like, I don't give a shit what people do with their own fucking money for once,
right? For
one thing. But yeah, this day and age, it's a non argument. There's hardly any clones for anything. Everything's a lot of things are affordable. You know, you still got some high-end shit, but so many things are so much more affordable than they used to be. So it's kind of a dead argument. But you know, I still got a gang of people like holding a grudge to me because there's some fucking let me watch. I was about to say, because there's some fucking fanboy elitists that only buys high-end shit. They're still fucking have a sour taste in their mouth because of me. Fuck those dudes. Fuck those elitist hemo type motherfuckers.
Right. And the problem is that what they don't realize is that the little guy, the dude who doesn't buy fucking high-end shit, who buys clones,
that's who keeps vaping alive.
That is the backbone of vaping. And the high-end motherfuckers will not and cannot exist without these guys. If it's a pyramid and they think of themselves as the top, the people at the bottom is supporting that point. And you can't take that away.
Yep, no, you are 100% correct. I think you're right though. I think it's going to need to get even more affordable for some people to switch over, because like you said, like even the cheapest cigarettes is still cheaper than fucking a whole setup. But I think we're starting to see a lot of things, like even with these little kits and pods devices and things, like the prices are coming down for a good vape. I
think the pod systems are going to save the United States. I think the pod systems are going to save vaping. Because of their, I mean, I think I just went back and looked. The Smoat S8 is one of my favorite pods. And the thing is that it's $26.
Yeah, it's a good pod, good airflow on that thing. Yeah,
dollars.
Yeah,
and I'm like, $26 in 2015 or even 2013 or 12 wouldn't have got you shit. It would have got you nothing. I mean, tanks back, even shitty tanks were $30 or $40
for a Pro Tank 2.
And then the amount that they charge at brick and mortars for coils, don't even get me started, bro. $5, $6, $7, $8 a piece. Whoo. Nah, man, that's no bueno. I think squonks, people think squonks are new. I remember seeing squonks in 2013 from Italy.
Squonks have been around since like before, like variable wattage.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So just because that was the first time I saw it in 2013 doesn't mean it wasn't around way before that. But
yeah, people were making homemade shit that squonked before that. But the Rio, I think, was the first popular one that people were buying back in the day. I used to want a Rio too.
Me too. I remember that shit.
But it fucking getting the biggest thing that helps squonking out, it's not the devices. There's always been some somewhat cheap squonk devices out to an extent. There was a regulated one few years back that I never did get around to reviewing. But anyway, it's the fucking bottom feed pin. Back in the day, the only way you could get one for an RDA is if somebody specially made one for you, if it was custom.
So tonight I'm dropping, so I just did a Patreon video on making your own squonk pin. I'll be dropping that video tonight publicly. Yeah.
That's dope. Shit like that. Fucking, that's the type of shit we need with the videos. A fucking, man. And like I said, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but fuck. We just need more.
We need more. It's more, not just more, but more variety. I mean, of course, you saw the explosion a couple years back of vape reviewers, and there's thousands of dead channels out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they're dead channels is because they got frustrated with, and I've been frustrated with not gaining viewership, but you can't just do the same thing over somebody else is already doing really well and you're doing it at a lesser quality and expect to get attention for it. You've gotta,
motherfucker. You hit it. You hit it on the head. You hit on it, and you came to that realization,
right?
And you fucking did something about it, and I think it's gonna pay off, sir.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the fuck.
Definitely keep doing it. And you know what? I never thought about it. Sometimes my dumb ass, I'll sit here and look around, like, man, how the fuck did I end up? What happened? How did I get here? And like you said, really, when I look back at it, when I got in the game, plenty of people were doing it. You know, and plenty of them are still doing it. You know, I've kind of somehow I passed some of them up and I stuck around somehow. And looking back on it, I guess it's because my shit was different.
I specifically remember sharing your YouTube video on my Twitter. When you were trying to get your channel, you made a video to get your channel from 12,000 or 10,000 to 14,000 was the goal.
No shit.
Subscribers. I remember sharing that shit and be like, fucking subscribe to this motherfucker. And so that's my timeline. I fucking remember that to where you're at is at 330,000. I'm like, God, dude, it's amazing. Like, I could not be happier for you. That's another shit that pisses me off is when people are like, how the fuck does this dude have so-and-so subscribers? This makes it leave. Why the fuck would you hate on somebody for doing well? They're doing something good, whether you like them or not.
Yeah,
it doesn't fucking mean other people aren't going to enjoy the shit out of it. I cannot stand negative people like that.
Yeah, and see, that's why, like, even people I don't fuck with, I don't like, I gotta appreciate the aspect that they're probably helping somebody. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like everybody knows my history with Rip Tripper, right?
Right.
And now Rip Trippers, he's doing good. His fucking channel's huge. I don't watch his shit, but I'm sure it's doing well. But that's one thing. Like, he's like, regardless of how shitty he is and how quick he'll sell out the vape industry, he's still, at the end of the day, is bringing people to vaping. He's stopping people from smoking. You know what I mean? That's a good thing you can say about him. But at the same time, if the motherfucker sell you out at the drop of a dime, I don't know. I still got my feelings about that.
What sucks is that go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I have no problems with the dude personally, but I mean, what sucks is that I think his videos they're done well, but they're not reviews.
They're advertisements.
You have to remember that, like, when I watch it, I do watch his videos every once in a while. You're getting the box information, whatever is printed on that box.
There's no personal opinion involved, really.
There's no personal opinion involved, which is fine, because as long as you know that that's the case, that's what I'm talking about earlier, transparency. If you're transparent about that, fine. I have no problem with that. It's when you're making viewers believe that's your opinion when it's not.
Right. That's the thing at the end of the day. It's when you're just a salesman. And that's one thing I believe is integrity. You know what I mean? I told myself from day one, I was going to be me, always do me. I know I had to change my name and shit, but I didn't want them to delete my channel. Not because I'm a sellout. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers deleting channels left and right. But staying true to yourself is one of my biggest things. And I think that's what helped me get to this point that I'm at now. And I'd like to believe, I know people have their own opinions. I like to believe that my shit's unbiased. I'm telling you how I feel, that I'm showing my experiences. Sometimes they're not accurate. Sometimes they're not, what everybody likes, but it's what I got. Right. You know what I mean? And I hope that most people can see that in most cases. You know what I mean? But I can understand. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I don't harp on shit. I don't hate on shit for the sake of hating on it, unless it's something I really don't like, or something I really do like. I really do like it. You know what I mean? Yep. It's one of those things, but I'm pretty easygoing. Somebody else might trash some shit and I'll be like, yeah, it's all right. You know what I mean? It works fine for me. You know what I mean? So I can see how people would think, oh, Twisted just likes everything. But no, like, if some shit is some shit, I'm going to tell you some shit if you paid or not. You know what I mean?
The Og Vape was the Druga. Squonk Kit was a similar they were really upset with the review, and I was like, hey, look, it is what it is. You knowingly sent out one of the most plasticky feeling things ever, and that's my biggest. If you watch the channel, I like a solid, heavy fucking mod. I want to be able to pistol whip somebody with it. That's an old school ass Vaping with Twisted reference with the fucking that lightsaber looking mod. I forgot what it was, but sent out a plastic mod. I gave my honest opinion. That's what you asked for. Don't expect anything less or more from that. It's that simple.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. That is what's real. That's how you got to be, man. And you know what's so funny? I get so lucky with a lot of shit. Like I don't get a lot of hate. Surprisingly, I get some hate, but it's not too bad. I don't get a lot of hate anymore. A bunch of crazy shit. But I get lucky in that regard, and in the regard with companies where they'll like I'll fucking trash their shit. They'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, eat a dick. That shit was shit." They'll be like, "All right," and then they'll come back and want me to review something else.
Right.
I'm like, I've heard so many stories of other reviewers saying they gave something a bad review, and then the people stop fucking with them. I've never really had that happen, honestly.
There's been a few of them. There's been a few of them for me, and it was never that I gave them a bad, because in the video, like just staying on the Og Vape Trigger one, I said, like, look, somebody took the time to design this. It wasn't designed very well. I didn't like the internals. I thought it was really cheaply built, but somebody took the time to design this. Someone took the time to build it. I don't like this one, but if you're going to make a second rendition, this is what you can do to fix it. So if I'm going to break something down, I'm also going to build it back up.
Right.
You should just talk shit just for the sake of talking shit.
Right. Have some solid claims behind your
right. We'll have, or just some advice on here's how to make it better from the end user's viewpoint.
There you go. That helps. That's help. Constructive criticism, not just shit talking for the sake of views.
Exactly.
I think is what we're referring to here. Yes, I agree. 100%.
You're locked in a cave. You have no other options. Which mod do you take with you, bro?
What mod do I take with me? Yep. Vacation. I'm going to go for some battery life. So I'm probably going to start with, love this fucking mod, the Joytech Infinite.
Okay.
The Espion Infinite, because it's dual 21700, still not too big. It's kind of heavy, but it's nice. And I can fit a triple RTA on it with no overhang, doesn't get in the way of the buttons. I love this. It's on the Wall of Fame. I'm glad I'm doing the Wall of Fame now too. I think people like it. I think for shit I really like, because I'll forget about some shit. I review so much shit. I'll have some shit I love. I'll forget about it. So the Wall of Fame is how I can remember at the end of the year. I'm like, hey, check this out. But that's one of them. And motherfucker, shit. You know something? Interestingly enough, with all this squonker craze going on, I just haven't just dove real heavy into it. Like I do it some. I keep at least one around. But man, anymore, and it might sound like some bitch shit, it's mainly sub-ohm tanks and RTAs. It's convenience for me, I think. Even though you can squonk it, I don't know. I forget shit.
I'm in the same pool, bro. For me, it has nothing to do with the squonk. I'll tell you the truth. One of my favorite ones and least practical is this is an Asmodus. I forgot the name. Spruza with a little light switch looking pump. It's got a hydraulic pump. The hydraulic pump works. It does eventually leak because the O-rings, just like anything else, get bad. But when it comes to squonk mods, it's too much of a commitment. Like, bro, I'm filling 7 milliliters.
Right. What if you want to change flavors on the fly? You can purge a dripper that's chilling and just start dumping another flavor in. But fucking,
and then on top, you got to clean the reservoir with the tank. With my sub-ohm tanks, I want a giant reservoir. That's why I love the Freemax Fire Luke, not the mesh version, the original bubble tank version.
Right. Because
it's got 5 mils. If not, I can sometimes fit 6 in if you include the soak and the cotton. That's different for my daily basis or my daily vape. But in a squonk, I don't want to vape my daily vape in an RDA. I just don't.
Okay, I got you.
Shit, I was cut. Was I cutting out?
No. Yeah, at the end a little bit. I was waiting. I was like, wait. I was like, what happened?
I can hear my dog freaking the fuck out.
You're still good. But no, man, I don't know how many people tuned into this thing today, but hopefully you people go subscribe to Vaping with Thesis.
Much appreciated, bro. Thank you.
Check the dude out, man. He's like literally, I watched his new stuff. Good videos, entertaining. There's jokes, proper information, some opinion thrown in, personal opinion. It's all good, and it's all edited very well. You could tell that there's some time and effort being put into it.
Definitely taking my time on the editing, yeah. And the audio, like specifically, I'm trying to make the audio as clean as possible.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, somebody wanted to say, I see they said, did we address the Juul YouTube situation? And for those who are not familiar, hey, Stella Bobella, for those who are not familiar, get away from that wire. YouTube has been deleting a lot of YouTube channels that have done CBD videos, weed in their stuff, a lot of weed tuber channels, a bunch of vape channels that happen to talk about weed sometimes. They've been deleting a lot of shit. And so that's one of the reasons I changed my name to Twisted 419 instead of 420, just in case they got any wise ideas. Plus 419 is my birthday, April 19th. Yeah, pretty cool, right? All right. So as of recent, the newest crazy shit that YouTube is doing is they're giving strikes to channels that are talking about Juuls. Juul, which is just a little vape pod device. Everybody knows about them, pre-filled things, pods. Juul is like America's #1 enemy right now. Supposedly it's corrupting the minds of the youth, and it's just horrible. So YouTube's like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking start giving out strikes. Zophie Vapes, if I'm not mistaken, had a video about a Juul wrap. She didn't even vape on the thing in the whole video. She's put a wrap on it. It's like, hey, here's some fucking wraps. She got a strike on that video. You start getting too many strikes, they delete your channel. Shit's scary. But much like with many things in life that I do, I'm kind of the gingerbread man for the most part. I've had a few fuck ups. I've never gotten a strike on YouTube ever for anything. I've had some stuff get demonetized and so forth and so on and everything else, but I've never had a strike. I've never done any videos about Juuls, thankfully. And yeah, they seem to leave me the fuck alone. Fucking watch my channel get deleted in a week. Everybody, it was this video, the live stream. I remember he said they leave him the fuck alone.
I heard him say fuck YouTube.
But no, yeah, Juul. So if don't make any videos about the fucking Juul if you do YouTube reviews, because you might get your channel deleted, people.
I'm grateful they never sent me shit. I deleted this sucks, man. I had to delete. I didn't have to. I chose to delete my all my gun videos. Fucking deleted those. Anything that I did some like an iPhone unboxing with the AK-47, deleted that shit. All that stuff. Just as a preemptive situation. Make sure that shit didn't happen to me. That's a scary thought, man. That's what I'm talking about with the First Amendment. And
it is very
such an outlet for
this country's so fucked in so many ways.
The fucking net neutrality stuff, Ajit Pai, whatever his name is.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I seen a lot of vape YouTubers are going to Vimeo as a backup, and that's cool. I respect that. I'm not jumping off the ship until the motherfucker sinks, personally. Yeah. And I got several backup channels, which I don't know. They might come after those too. I don't know. There's always different ways. It's something that's always in the back of my mind is backup plans / exit strategy / what do you do? Because, as you know, I've been doing just YouTube for the past few years, working from home. It's worked out. It's been good. At first it was scary, but sometimes you got to take a risk. But so many things to think about now. Not only was the FDA gunning after my career, my job per se, now YouTube themselves in a Julius Caesar et Brute style move. You got to worry about them stabbing you in the back. So, yeah, it's scary. But you know what? I'm an optimist. I'm a pretty positive. I got a pretty positive outlook on things in life. I feel that like with all the relationships I've established and things I've done, I could go work or do something for someone with the skills that I have available.
Yep.
That's my safety blanket in my mind. It might not go like that. I might be flipping fucking burgers at Burger King. Who knows? But that's some scary shit to think about, man. You got all your eggs in this one basket. And then in the blink, like Thanos with the fucking Infinity Gauntlet, your whole career is deleted.
That's scary. I mean, think about this. If the top vape YouTubers were to disintegrate, what would happen to advocacy? What would happen to vaping as a whole? I mean, because vaping took fire because of the internet, period.
Yeah.
It was an industry built on the internet, built on it's a self-contained entity. Whether people be posting shit on Instagram, whether be posting shit on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, doesn't matter. Without that, I'm convinced that vaping would not be what it is today.
No. Without YouTube,
Yep.
And Instagram, vaping damn near wouldn't exist.
Yep.
Honestly. And that's the thing.
It'd have been crushed before it started.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing with these companies and the reason they pay to get their stuff bumped up in the queue or get a video made on their product and so forth and so on. Legally, with e-cigs and the state of things, you can't really just advertise them.
Yep.
Except unless you're like a huge company who can afford infomercials and bullshit like Blue and different shit that you see on TV. Unless you're one of them, you can't advertise unless you pay a fuck ton of money. So the reviewers, we're the outlet. We're the dam that opens up the waters to the products of people.
We're the most unique industry in that sense that
you
need social media to exist. I don't give a fuck how are you going to review a pair of sunglasses? Like they're not going to pay you for that unless you're talking product placement and you already have a really popular vlog channel.
Right. See, that's the problem with that's one thing we're fortunate, and one thing I'm extremely fortunate of is being a YouTuber in this industry specifically.
Yep.
Because there's so many more avenues and opportunities. If I was even if I had a fucking 1.5 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers, and I do reaction videos or skits or jokes, you got to rely on sponsors. And, Dollar Shave Club, so forth and so on, they'll help you out. But that only goes so far. You know what I mean?
Especially
so I could see it getting scary. It was a point in time we could rely on YouTube revenue to supply the money. But with them demonetizing and picking and choosing and not monetizing your video till it's gotten 85% of the views it was going to get, then you got to rely on a lot of other stuff a lot more. You got to get innovative. You got to start thinking on your toes. Luckily, and I've been able to do that and maintain my integrity throughout this whole thing. But fuck, man, I could see for people who don't have as many resources or whose brains aren't as ambidextrous and they got all their fucking eggs in one basket, it could be scary.
It is. It's fucking nerve-wracking, bro. Like I think about this on I think about this shit on a regular basis. Like what the fuck happens if X, Y, and Z happens? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's a scary thought process. It's a thought process that needs to happen though, because if YouTube starts to go downhill and if Vimeo starts to take over, the one good thing about that is it's a fresh start.
It's a fresh start, and you get a little bit higher bitrate quality video you can upload.
This is true shit. Well, the other scary part is that it's a fresh start.
Yeah, you got to start over. Start over.
Yeah.
Still got your Instagram. Hopefully, you built up your social media because that might be what you need to survive on for a while if shit goes down.
It's the amount of money people are making on Instagram is fucking insane.
You can make way more, bro. There's people that have never made a YouTube video in their life. There's this black dude. I can't remember his name, but he does crazy tricks and he's been on the Discovery Channel and all this other shit. He's in Houston, like a few hours from me. I only found him the other day. I seen one of his viral videos a while back, but I was scrolling through Instagram. I don't know how the fuck I got on it, but this dude had like fucking 250,000 followers, no YouTube presence. And Tenacious TX Vapes, his YouTube channel doesn't have shit for subscribers, but he's got like 12,000 people on Instagram. He's released a product. He's got a following. He's probably got sponsorships. It's all in how you hustle, baby.
Exactly.
It's all in how you hustle.
I'm just now learning that. Think about how long it fucking took me. Like I just thought it just eventually happened. Nah, man, you have to take the necessary steps.
Bro, you won't even believe it. I'm gonna sound like the most gullible, dumb piece of shit, but I don't feel bad about it because I've lived a great life. I've had great success and I've been happy about it. I didn't use my first affiliate link, I don't think, until 2017.
Oh, shit, me neither. I didn't use my first affiliate links till literally since I talked to Tia and she's like, you're not using affiliates? I'm like, well, I think I did once. So what the fuck is wrong with you? That's
Bro.
Look, oh my God. I feel
in regards to, but here's the thing. Me never charging so many companies anything for forever, never doing a lot of shit that I'm sure people have been doing since they started, which was dope. I had my juice. Thankfully, my juice kept me alive for a couple of years. My juice was, it's not near what it was, but it's still all over different shops in the UK and stuff. My juice kept me alive. Once I actually started like getting a whole bunch of products, a whole bunch of subscribers, and I could start charging to bump people up in the queue and do sponsorships and different links in the description and all that bullshit, I didn't do any of that forever, bro. I think the first time I started doing anything, but what was cool is all these companies I did these videos for free for forever that liked my videos and liked my content. They were grateful for that. And now, everybody shows love. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. The only way I'm able to make it by is affiliate links, bro, and the Patreon page. Those two things, donations and fucking the Patreon page, and affiliate links. That shit goes so far,
man,
so much further than you would ever expect. And that's, I got mad love for. If you take the time to watch one of my videos and you comment, I reply to every single comment. Someone talked shit about me because I replied to every comment. Motherfucker, like if I would take fucking 3 hours and sit down and reply to every comment, that's because I'm showing love back. Even to the hate, even the ones, unless it's just belligerent as fuck, then I'll delete it. But even if you're hating, like, oh, this dude's not being unbiased, he's not being objective, I'll sit and be like, hey, why do you think that? Why are you thinking these thoughts about me not being objective? I'll do X, Y, and Z. This is why I am objective. And then most of the time they'll come back.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Damn it, I lost my train of thought completely. I had a really good I had something really good to go with that. I had a fucking brain fart. Hold on, I'm fucking using my Doctor Strange powers to rewind time. Yeah, not making money, just now making money, figuring out how to make money, being appreciative, answering comments. That's it. Yes. That's it. Answering comments. That's what I was trying to get back to. Kudos to you, sir, for doing that. I am very bad about answering comments, and I feel like kind of a dick, but my attention span's very short. I'm doing 50,000 things at once during the day. You guys don't know what it's like in here. I'm a fucking squirrel. It's all over the place. But kudos to you for doing it. I am doing hearts. I'm hearting comments that I like sometimes, so that helps a little bit.
Well, it's a little bit different when you have 330,000 followers, subscribers. You know, I've got 19. There's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a point there. Yeah, y'all be happy with that shit. I do a bunch of giveaways at least. Fuck.
Right. I try to do giveaways, but I do it anytime I get some shit to give away, I give it away to the patrons first, because
that makes sense. Yeah, I got a separate stash for my Patreon. I let the companies know, hey, you got to send extra for the Patreon people.
Yeah,
that's the best way to do that. That's the best way to do that. Very insightful. I think this has been a very, very good interview thus far.
Me too, bro.
And I'm still chilling. I'm probably gonna get hungry before long. Maybe around 1 o'clock, I might get hungry, or we'll figure it out. But I just want to say this: the show's not over yet or anything. I just want to say thank you guys, the subscribers, the people who are watching it here, all 177 of you right now. Thank you guys for watching my videos. And thank you for subscribing. If you subscribe to Thesis today, or if you watch his videos, thank you. Like, I know it gets taken for granted sometimes, and a lot of people, reviewers especially, think, oh, vaping's a thankless job. Oh, woe is me. Some people are dicks, but we appreciate it. Without you guys watching the shit that we make, we wouldn't fucking exist. Yeah, we wouldn't exist.
Simple.
We would not exist, and I thank you. And I know it's a two-sided relationship. You guys watch and support us. We make these fucking videos. And what Thesis is saying, he don't know how to do 2 videos a day. Let me give you guys a little walkthrough through a little part of Twist's day. At least the video part. The rest of it's kind of hazy. Get up at 5 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. For one, get up, check my emails, look at some shit, look at memes, poop, go from pooping to the vape room, turn on my Bluetooth speaker, get some Pandora or some Google Play music going. And let's say I'm going to film 2 videos. I'll shoot all the B-roll for both products at once. Then I go through and film all the up close parts at once, because you guys know I do B-roll and I voice over it. And then, after all that's done, I go fucking maybe take a shit again, wash my ass, brush my teeth, get everything together. Then I come in, do all the talking parts. After all that's done, and I do them back to back. I shoot a video, fucking turn around, shoot another video. And then I come in, edit all of it. And that happens. And that takes from 5:30 a.m. to sometimes noon.
That's till noon, that's it?
Sometimes, yeah. It's not.
God, you're a gangster, bro.
Well, I've been doing it for a while.
Right.
You know, I've
Right.
been doing it for a while. You know, you've been doing it for a while too.
Yep.
But I got a system.
Yeah,
Getting systems, which I'm not a very organized person. I'm pretty chaotic in the brain. But getting systems and getting in a routine, bro, it makes such a huge difference.
The system part, I just started like really getting into it, and that's funny. I didn't realize that that's how you made videos, but I do something similar where I record the intro and outro at the same time, and then I do the up close and personal afterwards. And then the B-roll is usually I'll record B-roll throughout the week. Excuse me, which I need to stop doing. Actually, I'm gonna start doing the way you just said, like record, I don't know, 3 or 4 B-rolls for 3 or 4 products at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Was
it? I didn't come up with the system overnight either. It took a long time because usually I get more than one product. Thankfully, if I get only one product, it really hurts my productivity. But usually I get something, take it out of the box, fuck with it, look at everything, start vaping on it, right? Then when I shoot the video, I take one of the extras that I'm going to give away, or if I have an extra, and I do all the opening it, showing it, all that stuff. But then I show, how the one I've been using functions.
Yep.
You get a system going like that, bro. You could fucking really knock out some videos. You can really do it.
That's my fucking goal. That's my goal is to start doing 2 to 4 a week. So 2 to 4 on top of 2 to 4 more than what I'm doing. So like generally speaking, I've been doing 1 to 2 a week plus the live stream. My goal is that if I can get 4 videos out a week on a regular, like on a schedule, the same way that yours is on Fridays and shit.
That's the way to do it, man. I think you'll like it. People like consistency. And I know it's going to be a big change when I go from like 5 to 10 videos a week to 3 videos a week, but I think people will appreciate the quality.
The amount of quality, that's a huge difference.
But man, all you could do is thank the people who've been rocking with you since the beginning, because I could see I'd have to really like people I'm still subscribed to that I subscribed to years ago. They got to really be my brand of strawberry jam to stick around that long. So for people who've stuck around since the beginning with Thesis and myself, extra thank you to you guys, because I know some of this shit can get boring. You can only watch a video on a fucking thing that does a stuff so many times. And that's why it is our duty to make it entertaining. Exactly. And I'd like to think that me and Thesis try to do a pretty good job of that.
I appreciate it, dude. I mean, fuck. That's all we can do is give it a shot.
Yeah.
Especially the entertainment parts. I love suggestions. When viewers give solid suggestions for videos, that's where half the fucking content comes from for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just ideas in terms of not even just in products, but like ideas. I'd love to see a vlog on this. I noticed something in the background. Can you talk about that for a second? Like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it too. Getting info from your viewers, what they want to see. There's a few times throughout my shit, I go and be like, hey, what kind of videos would you like to see? What would you? And Joel, big shout out to Vaping with Mr. Just Right. He helps me a lot with ideas and things for videos. So shout out to him. It's not easy coming up with new concepts and ideas and different ways to do things.
Well, even if you do come up with those ideas, it's
executing them.
But then it's nice to have a second voice. If someone says, oh, you should do this, that, and the other, you're like, oh fuck, I thought about doing that. I'm glad someone's out there who would want to watch that, because you never really know if it's going to be a hit or not. I mean, you come out with a fucking new concept, people could fucking hate it.
Yep. It's weird sometimes when I get a hit, like I know, the whole goal of doing videos is making videos that you yourself would like to watch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's why I said something a while back. Be the change that you want to see in vape reviews. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Be that change. But fuck, I lost the point that quick. Fuck, rewind. Videos you want to watch, entertainment, creative. Okay. Fuck. My brain is no fucking good, bro. I'm sorry. It's horrible.
No worries.
But yeah, the creative side of things. Sometimes when I'm doing stuff, and like you can almost, like for me anyway, this is personal experience. You almost know yourselves while you're editing it. You're like, this is some fucking heat. Like you could tell, like I would want to watch this. Like I don't rewatch my videos a lot, but those montages I do with the mods and stuff and the music. I'll rewatch that shit myself 20 or 30 times.
You and me both, bro. Because you also know how much time it fucking took, and you realize that 85% of people out there have no idea, and they really don't give a fuck about that part. But you yourself, like, yeah, that shit's sick.
Yeah, that's why I love it when people comment about the montages. Yes. I'm like, oh, cool, you noticed. Thank you.
The narration part. I didn't know if people were gonna dig when people give me feedback, but bro, I fucking love that shit. Like, or that moment when you made the cuts go with the bass and the track. I'm like, fuck,
Yes.
somebody noticed this.
Yes. Yes.
Because those little snippets take longer than anything else.
Oh, bro, that's longer than it takes to edit the rest of the video. But
Exactly. The rest of the video is way easy compared to that shit.
I think too, like I like doing that, like I said, because I like to see it. But that's another thing. I love doing it because nobody else does it. Like, well,
Yes.
I'll take it back. Like Matt from Suck My Mod, he does some little nice montages sometimes. Shout out to Matt from Suck My Mod. But not a lot of people do it. So I hope that people appreciate it when I do it. You know what I mean? Like, because it does take time. It is a thing.
Yeah, it's time consuming, and some of it becomes really I want to bang my head against the wall when I'm editing. Like
finding the right track. Oh my god, I'll spend 2 hours.
Oh my god,
looking for the right track,
especially ones that you're allowed to be monetized with. Because a lot of times, because they'll demonetize you for using a known track. So
yeah. That's why everything I get is like an underground hip hop instrumental or some trap, some chill trap or something.
Yep.
That's how I got around it, even from the beginning. Back when dubstep and trap was just coming up, when I was doing it, I was fucking grab some trap because I knew it wasn't licensed.
Exactly. Especially if they're already using the sample, that's a super unknown sample.
Right, and it's augmented, like chipmunked and shit. Yeah, that's been my bread and butter. And it's tracks that I like too, you know.
Bro, I don't want to cut this short at all, but I got to take off around 12:45. I didn't watch my son's recital.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. So we got about 15 minutes. If we got about 15 minutes, I would like for you, the viewers right now, all 160 of you, I would like for you guys, if you have any current questions for the homie Vaping with Thesis, go ahead and type them out. I'll relay that info to him. And yeah, I want to see if you guys got any questions for him. You guys know enough shit about me. I fucking gab about it. And that's just something. While we wait for questions for Thesis, do you think to an extent, Thesis, that all YouTubers are narcissists?
If they don't start out that way, I think it's really difficult to not become one. Yeah. And the thing is, for me as a creative person, I wouldn't consider myself a narcissist at all. I watch my video. I loathe my voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I fucking loathe editing myself. I pick it apart, but I think I'm coming from it from a little bit different perspective, like with music. I would assume most musicians are like that, even comedians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Would you so I know I'm decent friends with a couple of comedians, like professional comedians, relatively decent sized comedians. They fucking, and it made me feel really good because they were like, bro, you guys, YouTubers, most YouTubers, especially the ones who are writing for themselves and making the videos, are a internet version of a comedian.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah. Especially if you're writing jokes and shit, because you were talking about doing like down to 3 videos a week where you can actually script it out correctly. How hard do you think it is to script some shit and make it sound natural? That's the question. Extremely
hard. I haven't been able to do it yet. Every time I do a voiceover, here's my problem. My voice, I'm not gonna it's good to have some self-confidence. So I have a really nice voice. All right. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to admit that my voice is silky smooth. Problem is, unless I'm doing like some real out there voice or different character, anytime I do a voiceover on this awesome ass Blue Yeti, I sound so corporate, like almost machine,
like a commercial.
And that's the only problem when I do voiceovers. I need to play around more and find where I could be myself, to where I'm like now, like the way I'm talking now, the way we're chit-chatting. If I could do that, but talking about the product. And another thing, when you're doing voiceovers, you're seeing that shit tick. If you got some video up there, you're like, oh shit, it needs to stop by here. It's a little bit of pressure. It's not as natural.
Yeah, and it's not. And someone, I think it was Leah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, but I need to get better with that to get to my end game goal. So.
Yeah. And same here. Leah, shout out to her, said it sounds like a commercial when I did my first narration. And then someone else said that it sounded like the company had wrote this shit out for me. I'm like,
yeah, it's just the sound.
Yeah, and like, look, like this is my opinion. In fact, like I insert some jokes in there so people know that this is me. But I like to have that voiceover shit. It works out so nicely when you're watching it.
Yeah.
The person that I got that idea from, not that it's an original idea, it's not, but whose videos I'm not mimicking, but the very first one, excuse me, did mimic it because that's kind of what I was basing it off of. I don't look, so I do motocross and shit. I love dirt bikes, but I don't bicycle. I don't ride mountain bikes. I want to, and I'm subscribed to a channel, Seth's Bike Hacks, way before he got huge. But the way he does his narration is the best I've ever seen on YouTube.
Yes.
Seth's Bike Hacks, his reviews on products when he's narrating it's so perfect because it sounds like it's actually him. And I'm trying to mimic that same feeling that he's got.
See, I got a YouTuber that's similar like that to me. I don't know if you ever seen him. He used to work for Pocket Now, I think. Michael Fisher. He's got a channel called Mr. Mobile. The guys, well, he did voice work professionally for years, so that doesn't hurt. And he has his own personal booth that's really nice, so that doesn't hurt either.
Right,
but, bro. His fucking videos, from the editing to the presentation to interjecting his opinion into it to like the little comedy, kind of lighthearted, the sound, bro. If you guys haven't heard of him, go look up, just go type Mr. Mobile and you watch one of his videos, any of them. You can pick any of them. It doesn't matter, bro. That's in-game goals for me, but with a whole lot of hilarity added.
Yep. Bro, you and me both. Seth's bike. Like I said, I don't even bike, but this fucking just watching his videos, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
and that's what I want to get. Yeah, it's soothing. Sometimes it's funny, but even the parts where he's vlogging with his friends and shit on the trails, I enjoy the content without even having a direct relationship with the products or with the content he's making.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And someone, I wish I could remember their name and give them a shout out. But they were like, Roy Nelson. He doesn't vape. This dude does not vape. He discovered my channel because I had one of my RC car videos up, and he watches the reviews, and he just enjoys them. So people like that stuff's inspiring as fuck to me. He's been watching for a couple years, 3 years.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna get there one day. Damn it, we just gotta keep trying at it.
I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs just because I know it's gonna surprise the fuck out of me. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
My boy Bobby, Robert Boardman, Beardman. I'll call him Beardman. Candace, Ray, Will Boyles, William D. Rollinger, all these cats on the Patreon page. And I'm not forgetting you guys. The list is pretty big, and I fucking appreciate the shit out of it. My boy Monty, all these cats, all you guys who've been around the channel since day one or for years, man. The amount of love that I have for you guys is beyond words. It's beyond words. Twisted to YouTube, man. Fucking, I appreciate the shit out of you doing this. And then the very first couple shout outs you ever gave me on your channel when you had like 60,000 subs, I was like, that's fucking amazing. I have those screenshotted videos saved on my hard drive.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Let me tell you, you're very welcome, and it's well deserved. And I hope more people get hip to what Thesis is laying down, people, because he's one of few creative, personality, energetic. He's one of the few channels that I could watch. I'll say that.
Means a lot, bro.
And then moving forward, so people know, the only people I'm gonna be inviting to this thing is people I like, obviously. So don't expect don't expect everybody, I guess is what I can say.
Try to say you're not gonna have Rip Trippers on.
Yeah. No.
I would do it. Here's the thing: is like you were saying earlier. There's no personal disrespect or personal, vendetta or anything like that at all.
Yeah. Well, see,
at least not for me.
No, I got nothing. I got no hard feelings against the dude either. It's just gonna be too hard if I had him on to fucking not grill him about all. Yeah. It'd be hard for him to sit there and lie to me,
right
after I answer some questions when I know he's fucking lying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like talking to a politician.
Damn! I never thought of it that way at all. Woo. Are any Q&A questions, bro?
Oh yeah. Okay. So Chris Palacios, he donated $1.99. Thank you, sir. Shout out to him. He says, "What's your favorite thing to do with your family?"
For me?
Yes.
Hikes. Oh, fuck, obviously. Yeah. Hikes. Hiking, dirt biking, and four-wheeling. Like that type of stuff.
I love that shit too. Hikes, not so much, but the four-wheeling and dirt biking, That's my shit.
My girl's dad has an ATV club, and I've never been into four-wheelers until I met her. And I gotta tell you, she's like, give it a try. It'll be really fun. I'm still not a fan of four-wheelers as much as dirt bikes, man. I've been dirt biking since I was 6, and I just feel like on a bike, you can do it's way less dangerous in my opinion.
Yeah, you could do
so
a lot
much more
more.
shit. Yeah.
I think the stability, like my wife, we had one we sold. She bought brand new and then sold it. Some Polaris or something. But you know, I guess the 4 wheels, a lot of people feel safer. But yeah, they roll over and do shit so much easier
That's
than
what
dirt
I'm saying.
bikes.
Like for me, for my kid, I mean, I sold my son's Yamaha. He wanted a 4-wheeler instead, so I rebuilt him a 4-wheeler. I just picked up a small chopper, like literally it's a half scale motorcycle, and I fucking redid all that shit yesterday in the garage. If you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen that shit, or on Instagram. I love
Nice.
that, doing stuff like that with the kids.
Nice. There's a really good question somebody asked that I wanted to get in real quick. And you are a perfect person to answer it. Veil Curve says, how do you get your music off the ground and make some cash using the net, SoundCloud, etc.?
So the best way to make money using your music is licensing. So if you can compose your beats or your instrumentals yourself and they're original, YouTube is probably one of the best outlets for that. People purchase beats on a fucking constant basis. They lease beats on a constant basis. So if that's what you type of music you're talking about, that's one thing. So instrumentals are huge. Even if you're not an instrumental artist, if you can make original instrumentals for other YouTubers or for fucking selling your shit to commercials, that's one of the fastest ways to do it, in my opinion and in my experience. If you're a lyricist, selling your songs or finding artists to buy your tracks outright like that, purchasing or you can keep the rights. But the big thing that's a misnomer about music is that you can't make money. The best way out of everything is touring. Is if you can simply just tour, even local fucking shops or bars, local anywhere that's a hub for music, anywhere that's got live music, that's the best and fastest way you can make music with in person. On the internet, I would say licensing and leasing and selling. There's always ways to do it with Spotify, with iTunes, but purchasing music has become like purchasing music outright, like a physical album has become so, I don't know, it's went the way of the fucking tape. You know what I mean? It's so rare to actually sell albums like that.
Very good info right there. Very good info, in my opinion. Hope that helps you out there, Curve. I just want to say this has been a great experience. I enjoyed this first interview. I know I probably talked about myself way too much in it to be an interview about somebody else, but I think it was good. I enjoyed it. And Thesis, I plan on having you back on here at some point as well.
That'd be amazing.
We got to keep spreading the gospel that is Thesis. I know it's hard for people to catch these shows in the middle of the day on Fridays, especially, but I am going to plan some for in the evening at night and stuff. Maybe we get a bunch of people on, have some fun. We'll see. But time will tell. Time will tell. Well, you got about 3 minutes before you need to bounce out. Thesis, anything else you want to add, sir?
No, man. I appreciate the opportunity. Fucking join CASA if you haven't already done so.
Yes,
.org. That shit it's very important. And do stuff on a local level. So the biggest thing for fighting for vaping, man, not just sharing on Instagram, not just sharing links. That stuff helps. If people see a physical body inside of a council meeting while they're talking about taxes, that makes a big impression on people because they know it's not just a bunch of fucking numbers on the internet. They know that there's people out there willing to support this. Huge shout out to the Patreon page. Huge shout out to my all the kids have been watching the YouTube channel forever, and then all the new guys. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit those notifications. Twisted, I appreciate the fuck out of this, man. Thank you,
sir. It was my fucking pleasure. The first inaugural interview Vape Chat live stream thingy, and it couldn't have been a better person. Thesis, thank you for joining me, sir. And people, please, if you want to see some quality, entertaining vape reviews, go subscribe to Vaping with Thesis. Just do it. Don't think about it. Fucking do it. And yeah, that's all I really had. Well, all right, I guess we're gonna fuck off, people. You guys stay sexy out there. Link to his channels in the description. All that shit. I think we're out. I think y'all stay sexy.